runs it in for the touchdown.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have started their offseason program today. Voluntary workouts, and Micah Parsons is there. Parsons is going into the final year of his rookie contract. He has had contract negotiations this offseason. Spurs season came to a close. They beat the Raptors yesterday, 125-111. They finished the season with a record of 34-48. Now the playoffs begin. Play-in tournament time begins tomorrow.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on a glorious Monday afternoon. We're hanging out at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. Our official spring golf tournament after party is well underway, although I think the tournament is actually still probably going on.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. They had a few holes left to play, but what a morning this morning at the golf tournament. The weather was fantastic, and everybody had a great time. I tell you what, I think this, since I've been here, this may be the best golf tournament we've had, just overall with the people that were out there, the amount of alcohol that was out there, and the fun everybody was having.
I will tell you, nobody's thirsty. We can guarantee that. In fact, there was one whole sponsor. They ordered 3 additional bottles of Lalo's tequila.
Yeah.
So you could tell how quickly they were going through it. They started with 3, and then they needed 3 more. And look, if you look at any of our Instagrams, at SA Sports Star, at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, you'll see photographic evidence of why play was extremely slow today. You understand why guys were spending a little bit more time visiting with our great sponsors on the golf course.
Why, Jason? Explain.
Well, there's many reasons, many reasons. And look, when you think about, like, we're here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, they had an ice sculpture that was out there that, you pour the alcohol in and the shot comes out the other end. Now, the ladies there demonstrated a way they could have filled up a cup, but why would they do that?
Well, of course not.
Yeah, no. Why would they put a cup at the end of that spout? So that was entertaining.
They just put their mouth there.
Yeah, well, I think some things are
a little tube coming out, and the mouth was there. Yeah.
Again, all you need to do is go to Instagram, and you can see a video of it. Some things, Captain Obvious, you don't actually have to say.
I wanted to explain.
I understand. You got very excited.
Yes, it was very
entertaining.
PG-13 rated. Or maybe R.
I would say R.
R-rated, okay.
I would say the commentary you made after we stopped the video would not be sufficient for all audiences, including this radio audience right now.
Like, woohoo!
Yes, yeah. Joe was, he wanted to see that again. Can you take another shot?
Yes, please.
Yeah, did that video, you forgot to record. Let's try that again. The Roo Pub always has an outstanding hole, and their setup is always incredible. Tally's Pub and that hole 11 was probably backing up more traffic than anything.
Yeah, there was some sights to see there.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes.
I tell you what,
it's
the
hill country.
The hill country is like the mountains of Colorado. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of time spent there.
Yeah,
but we got our haircut on the course.
Yes.
Joe got,
just a little shave.
Yeah, little
cleanup.
Well, and if you come out here to the Hangar, I mean, you look at Greg Shelton, who just got a fresh haircut. He refuses to get on camera. They did not do his hair, but he could have saved a lot of money because we had a dog once. I've had lots of dogs through the years, and Pledge has watched most of them when I go out of town. And Pledge probably remembers this. Our old dog, Megan, and every time you brought Megan back from the groomer, she would hide either behind the couch or under the bed because she didn't like her haircut.
Uh-huh.
And It's bizarre that a dog would know that. She would bark, but you wouldn't see her. That's Greg Shelton today with his haircut. If Greg could, he would hide behind a couch and not be seen.
Well, we all get bad haircuts from time to time, but on Shelton, is it really? Can you consider that a bad haircut?
Well, it's just a lot shorter than. If he were even going to boot camp, he would already be in regulation. See, and if he would have thought ahead, he could have got it done on the golf course today with a couple of shots in the process. She did a great job. Even trimmed your beard.
She did, yeah. A little trim on the beard. Put some what's that, beard oil or some kind of beard balm on there. She
was like, "Do you want this?" He's like, "I have no idea what it is.
I have no clue. I've never used that before." She said it'll make it look nice.
It will, and your wife will love it.
Yeah. Although she's going to think I went to the titty bar.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you were at work. Everything we did today was work related. And the good news for you guys, all of them will show up here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco in the next hour or so. And you don't have to have played in the golf tournament to come hang out here with us at the Hangar Bar. In fact, Beer Santa will be out here in a while. Lots of prizes that you could win, from shirts, hats, golf towels, even a golf bag, and all kinds of other stuff. So head on out here and hang out. It's a Monday, and it was an incredible weekend. And I know I've said this before. I'll say it again. Thank goodness technology is where we can have television on airplanes.
No kidding.
Because I was flying back from Oklahoma City, where I was actually in Stillwater on Friday night for the big Cross Canadian Ragweed reunion show. Got to go to a casino in legal gambling in Oklahoma City on Saturday night. And then yesterday I'm flying home watching the Masters. Now, I will say, early on we went to a place called Bedlam Barbecue, which was fantastic. Smoked ham was incredible there at this Bedlam Barbecue place. And, of course, watching the beginning of the Masters. And Rory starts with that double, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Then I get to the airport, and I'm watching the rest of it. I land, and Rory's up 3 or 4. By the time I drive home from the airport, it's even. Like, what the hell happened?
That dude did everything he could to blow that tournament yesterday. I was flying home from St. Louis yesterday and was fortunate enough to watch most of it there. Then I finished it at a great little bar there at the Dallas airport. A lot of fun, but yeah, he tried it. He knocks in the water on that par 5. I don't know, was it 15, I think?
15 or 13.
And makes double bogey, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But in the end, it turned out great. The emotion he showed was fantastic. And no liver came close to winning that thing. So all in all, it was a great Masters.
Well, and you talk about that. The raw emotion was so real, and you could tell the weight of the world, having lived with and failed for that career Grand Slam. And he damn near blew it again. For him to be able to compose himself after not winning it in regulation, and the way Justin Rose was playing, who said, dude, I wanted to be the bad guy today, but he understood history in the moment. That was just incredible. I know I've said this before. Sports is the greatest reality television out there. We talk about it every time there's a big moment. You can't script that. And I don't know if Rory had any idea how he would react when he won. I'm guessing that probably wasn't what he thought was going to happen, but you could just tell it just took him over.
It did. I mean, the guy's bawling right there on the 18th green. And but you had to figure. I mean, he said after the tournament, he'd been there, to Augusta, I think 17 times.
Yep.
He's played there. And obviously has never won it until yesterday. So finally getting that off of his back had to be fantastic. The way he did it, there had to be some doubt in his mind. With just how poorly he played yesterday. I say poorly. Guy shot 73, and but for him, that's poorly. Justin Rose, credit to him with a 66 yesterday when it mattered the most, and Bryson DeChambeau collapsed like an old house. And it was fantastic.
I know you enjoyed that because he's a live type.
Yes.
One of the things that you talk about the competition in our group chat. You could tell the competition was there, and maybe maybe DeChambeau's just not used to competing at that level with the stakes that were there. Because even if he doesn't win the damn thing, every time he, would drop back, how much money was he losing? And, that's got to be going through your mind. But the idea that those two, Rory and Bryson, played an entire 18 holes. And in talking to the media afterwards, they asked, what's the word I'm looking for? They asked Bryson, how was Rory on the course?
Did you speak to him in there? How's he doing? Do you know?
No idea. Didn't talk to me once all day.
Did you try to initiate a conversation with Rory at all?
He wouldn't talk to me.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? I mean, Rory hates the live types too.
Well, of course he does. That'd be like talking to your ex-wife after a nasty divorce. I mean, that's exactly what that is. So why should he talk to Bryson? He shouldn't. The dude chose the money over the PGA Tour, and Rory's kind of been the best cheerleader for the PGA Tour. So I don't blame him for not talking to him. The hell with him. Go back down, put on your shorts, and play your scrambles.
I'm just glad that Rory's got that career Grand Slam, and rooting hard for him to actually pull that off. I mean, you're waiting for the car wreck because it's Rory.
It was there.
But for him to finally get that was incredible. Now, we're all wearing shorts today playing golf, and it was fantastic, because it is a scramble, and I think the pencil is probably winning. We'll hear some bragging right BS here in a bit at the Hangar Bar on Potranco for our official golf after party. And kind of cool. I don't know that we planned this way. It was a happy accident that our tournament was the day after the Masters.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what everybody this morning was talking about. Even people that aren't golfers, like our boss Morgan, who is then trying to explain to us what she learned yesterday. And let's just say she still doesn't know a damn thing.
But she said she watched every hole, 18 holes of Rory McIlroy, which for Morgan, I mean, really surprises me. Even if she was into it for a minute, Morgan's kind of here and there, and she's going to go do something else. But watched it all.
I will say the importance of it, flight home yesterday from Oklahoma City, and I don't know what it was like on your flight from St. Louis, but and it's an hour flight, so it's pretty easy, quick up and down. Everything was on time. We get on the plane. The TV is working, but there was an issue with the Wi-Fi. And the pilot actually said, I would restart the router, although I know half of you are watching the Masters, and it would turn the TV off for about 10 minutes. So we're going to have this trip without Wi-Fi. I'm cool because the TV was working. You know what? You can't check Twitter. TV was working.
Yeah, who cares?
And he did not want to adjust anything because it would have turned the TV off. And it's also interesting because everybody's devices must be a couple of seconds off, hearing various reactions to things throughout the plane, knowing that, everybody is watching the Masters on that plane. Well, it was pretty incredible.
Dude, I mean, I'll tell you this. I had to fly into Dallas and connect there to get back to San Antonio. And it's about a little less than 2 hours from St. Louis to Dallas. So I got to watch quite a bit of it. But when I walk into this bar to sit down and watch the rest of it, there were people who didn't want to go in the bar, but were standing outside of the bar watching the TVs, watching the Masters, and you could hear them reacting to stuff. It was crazy. And whether you like golf or not, that was really a cool amount of drama for the whole thing, just the way it played out. And everybody was into it. Everybody was into it.
Always the best reality TV, sports. I mean,
good stuff.
That's the bottom line.
Which is a far cry of what we saw today. So
what do you mean?
No drama today.
Are you kidding?
There was a lot of pencils going off, a lot of mulligans that weren't purchased, but that's fine. That's what happens in these tournaments.
The drama was between a couple of our staff members wanting to go out to hole 11 to see if they needed any help. That was the drama. Even Greg Shelton was like, dude, they need ice. I will take it to them piece by piece.
You know what was interesting about that hole 11? Their tent didn't work.
Yeah.
So Miss Hill Country there had to put oil on the hills.
She was oiled up.
She was oiled up.
Yes. Steamboat Springs, man.
I'm telling you, yes.
That was slippery slopes.
They were. Yes, they were.
Work.
Wow.
Dak Prescott said if there was a game today, he could play. He talked over the weekend at a charity event in Dallas as the Cowboys had their voluntary work activities today. Micah did show up. The latest on the Cowboys coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Ever feel like everything in life is moving at hyperspeed? Slow things down with the all-new Nissan Murano, an unapologetic refuge amidst the daily hustle and bustle. Re-energize with massaging leather-appointed seats to melt away the tension of a busy day. Escape into your favorite music with a Bose premium sound system, or set the vibe with ambient mood lighting. Because sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Check out the all-new Nissan Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof, ambient lighting, and massaging leather-appointed seats are optional features.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Hey, it's me, your liver. You know, the organ that helps you recover every weekend after pizza, donuts, and all those drinks. When you have a headache, you take an aspirin. You have a stomach ache, you pop an acid. But where's the love for your best buddy, the liver? The least that you could do to help me stay healthy is take Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver tablets contain high-quality, all-natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke, and turmeric extracts, which are proven to keep me healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver provides an easy daily detox and helps protect me all year long. So let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You take care of me with Active Liver, and I keep taking care of you. Capiche?
See for yourself why Active Liver is Scandinavia's #1 liver health supplement. You can find Active Liver at CVS and online at Amazon or directly from NewNordicUSA.com. Again, find it in stores at CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. This Tuesday, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix, live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, the Potranco Road location, our official golf tournament after party. Golf tournament still hasn't wrapped up. It's probably getting close to the end.
I would say, yeah.
I would say in another, hour, this place will be packed with people lying about their scores on the golf course and telling stories from, I want to say, hole 4 and hole 11 is what we're going to hear most about.
Probably so. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's always one of the exciting things, entertaining things about coming to the after parties. You hear the stories of what happened today. So I just want Pledge to know something. I'm talking directly to you, Pledge.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I had some drives today that were...
In the water?
No, they weren't. They were outstanding, and there's video of it. So Minix can't even lie his way through this one. They were outstanding drives.
He did. Two of the three were really good.
2 of the 3 were great.
You had a good setup shot right into the beach.
I did, a little bit right. Yeah,
better than what everybody else did.
Yeah.
And I hit one shot today. It was a bomb, and the dude taking video forgot to video. Although he hit, I think he hit the record button after I had made contact.
Now see how the lies have already started.
They'll never find that ball. But it looked good. It looked good.
I don't know. I think he did you a favor by not recording that swing.
Well, I mean, the reality is my swing is what it is, but I am fully comfortable making fun of myself, right? and I know my golf game. I'm more about drinking beer than anything else. And that guy said, I don't want to go chase that, so I put it in a place where he will never find it.
Never find it. Sleeps with the fishes. That's where that golf ball is.
It's in the woods somewhere. It wasn't strong enough to make water.
That's what's so much fun for Jason and I. We like to play in the tournament. We can't because the Blitz starts at 2, but we get to go out and say hello to everybody, and there's a time or two people will let you hit shots. And so it's a lot of fun just getting out and talking to everybody that's out there, and a great time. I love our golf tournaments. They are just they're a blast.
It's so much fun. Beer Santa's out there. Beer Santa is on his way here to the Hangar Bar on Potranco. So if you want something cold without reaching for your wallet, come hang out. He'll also have other prizes. And dude, it's Monday. Why not? The San Antonio Missions back home. They start a homestand tomorrow night. A San Antonio Sports Star $2 Tuesday out at the Wolf. We've got a family 4-pack of tickets to give away as they play Northwest Arkansas out at the Wolf. 7 o'clock, 7:05 first pitch. If you want to go, we've got a 4-pack of tickets that we'll give away right now to caller number 4 in honor of Dak Prescott. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 4, you're going to go see the Missions tomorrow night at the Wolf. As for number 4, speaking at a charity event over the weekend, he says he's good to go. He said he could actually play a game today if they had to.
It's about following the team, following my PT, Luke Miller, and the plan that we put together, and the doctor and Dr. Brahm, and I'm excited about where I am. If I had to play a game today, I definitely could do that. So it's about moving forward healthy to make sure I can play 17 when the time's 20 and whatever
there you go.
to when the time's right.
Yeah, that's interesting. So he could play a game, but he couldn't play 17. I still think he's got a ways to go.
Sure.
I'm not sure exactly. I don't think there's no way he could play a game right now.
Well, I mean,
and not be a fully functional quarterback.
But he's far enough along where if he was forced to play, if they had to, he could. The fact is, it's April 14th. He doesn't have to play for a while, but that should put a lot of people at ease about his status. I mean, when you're hearing stories, and we'll get into it later, about Derek Carr could miss the entire season because of a shoulder, there was times where we didn't know, like Overshown. When's he going to be ready? October, November. Dak is going to be ready to go at the start of the regular season, probably go through all of a training camp. Now, he did say, despite all the stories that he has dropped 30 pounds, he says he really hasn't lost any weight.
Slimothy, Slim Reaper, whatever you want to call me. But Yeah, real slim. No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually haven't really lost any weight. I'm about the same. Weights just move. Building my legs back up, obviously, from the hamstring. Might be leaner up top, but weight's the same. So appreciate the interest.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all over social media. We're seeing you throwing, and your body looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the work that I put into it. Unfortunately, I've been through this process of recovering from injuries before that. I embrace it. And I know that a better version of me is on the other side. And so that's just the way that I've approached this whole offseason, this whole rehab process. And in the sense of that, as I said, I've moved weight around more than I've lost weight. But I feel great, getting very, very close to where I want to be.
Close to where he wants to be. Okay. Well, that's good news. I mean, it really is. I'm not wishing anything bad on the guy. I just know that was a horrible injury. And it's going to be interesting to see how it affects him. It really does. It really will be.
Well, and you say how it affects him, you're talking about his mobility.
Sure.
Can he be more than just a statue in the pocket? He says yes, he is better when he's mobile. He did say that.
I promise he said it.
He did say
I heard him say it. I heard that soundbite.
Should we try it again? He's best when he's mobile.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
No. But, I mean, I think any quarterback is a little bit better when you can move around in the pocket and escape some of these guys that are chasing you, buy some more time for your wide receiver to get open. And every quarterback could say that. It's going to be interesting to see because Dak could still move around in the pocket. It's just when I don't know if he can't or won't or didn't run with the football as much as he did earlier in his career last year before he got hurt. So I don't know if this adds to that or and I'm not saying he's scared, but that mental thing in there to take off running when you've had two pretty serious leg injuries, it's got to be there.
Well, but I go back to all the conversations with Mike McCarthy, whether he was on the podium or on the morning huddle, he would rather Dak dirt the ball than risk an injury. And while he can run, is it the risk-reward factor? Now, the first year after the ankle, he wasn't going to run at all. I think he could now, and then, of course, when he finally does, he got hurt. So I don't know. I mean, it is one of those things where you look at it and you say, can he still be mobile? He's going to have to be at times. And maybe with Brian Schottenheimer now as the head coach and the play caller, they'll put some of that back into the offense. And Dak did say he was excited to have Schotty as the new play caller and head coach.
I mean, just excitement. Just excitement. As you said, I mean, I've known Schotty. He's been there. He's been the last couple of years and really 3 years, right? The first year being a consultant that it's not any monumental conversations that are needed to happen, but definitely his direction and the way that he sees this offense going, the way that he sees this team going. And I think it's clear throughout the team with the guys and the men that he's hired as the coaches and the way that he's got the whole building on the same page. So just excited for this chapter under him and the way that he's going to lead this team and this unit.
And look, to have your quarterback on board and talking like that only helps Brian Schottenheimer. I mean, it does. That is exactly what he needs to have everybody. If you're not sure about him as a Cowboy player, you hear your quarterback talking about him like that, that only helps him. Yep. So good for Dak Prescott. And I would say he feels that way or he wouldn't have said it. So for him to feel that way about this guy, I think is good news for everybody. And to have him come out and say that is really good.
And good news for everybody, too. Micah Parsons, according to reports, did show up today for the voluntary offseason team activities that got underway today. Contract issues, we know the negotiations are ongoing. How far along they are, how substantial the talks have been, anybody's guess, depending on what reporter you like. But we do know a contract isn't done yet. The fact that Micah showed up today, I think, is a big sign for Micah and his messaging to Jerry that, yes, I can be that leader that you want me to be. And so the fact that he's there, I think that's a good sign. Dak was asked about players who could step up and be leaders, knowing that there were so many retirements and guys that moved on this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity. I could call out some guys that are here, Jalen Tolbert, some guys that have been around that understand
Jalen Tolbert,
what the way in the direction that we need to go. And so it's a great opportunity for guys. I almost don't want to say one because I want to challenge them. I mean, there's a lot of slates and a lot of positions. Obviously, Michael Parsons, you know what I mean? You got CeeDee Lamb. You've got guys that you can name, but there's a lot of the guys that have an opportunity to step up. But super, super excited about what we have, the veterans that we have. I mean, honestly, the one that jumped off when you ask it is Osa, right? Like, guys follow him. He does things the right way, but it's about creating more that you just can't deny their leadership and you can't deny their will to win.
He's right? There's a lot of leaders there, or so-called could-be leaders on that team, and look, they're going to need them all. I mean, this Dallas team right now, no matter what you think about them and what they've done in the offseason, most people think they're the third best team in the East. I mean, they do. So they're going to have to play. I don't want to say play better, but they're going to have to show people that we do have the leaders and we are capable of making a playoff and a Super Bowl run.
Well, and a big part of that to me is getting Micah Parsons signed, because he is the defensive leader. He is the quarterback of that defense. Dak even was asked if he had conversation with Mike about dealing with contract negotiations and Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I mean, me and Mike have talked in the locker room. Leave that as locker room talks, but very confident in that guy and what he can do. Who he is and what he wants to do is as important as anything, and that's in being a leader. And the contract, I mean, that's I don't have the full answer for it, or I think all of mine would have been done a lot earlier than they were. So that's for him. Just stay positive, and understand and make sure that his team knows what he wants and what he believes.
Well, no matter what's going to happen, and I think he will get signed, it's just a matter of when. That's the guessing game that Jerry likes to play. But the fact that he showed up today, I think it does send a clear message that, look, I can be that guy. I am that guy. I want to be the leader of the defense, and here I am. I don't have to be here. It's voluntary, but I'm here. Let's go, and let's get this thing done.
As the Cowboys are starting their offseason activities, the San Antonio Spurs' disastrous regular season came to an end yesterday. But with the win, they go out on a high note. And Wemby talked yesterday for the first time since he got shut down with that blood clot. We'll hear from Wemby and the Spurs coming up on the Blitz live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's play-in day. We'll get you ready. And we'll recap how the golf went out of the Golf Club of Texas. All that, plenty more. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you owe money to the IRS, they'll come after you until you are flat broke. Don't just roll over and take it. The IRS has changed. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a huge break, as much as 87%. Haven't filed a return for years? It's time for Guardian Tax. Their happy clients are celebrating.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Is tax debt ruining your life? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax understands how the IRS works. Personal or business, this is the fresh start you've been praying for. You're scared of the IRS, and for good reason. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Visit GuardianTax.com or call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-900-1717. 800-900-1717. 800-900-1717.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com. Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Don't miss the official after party for the San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament today, only at the Hangar Potranco, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. Join us live 2 to 6 p.m. Hangar Potranco. Good vibes, better food, best friends.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey, more like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Did you know that 70% of divorces are filed by women? She's already thinking about it. I urge you, do not get caught off guard. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. Divorce is tough. It's emotional, challenging, and can upend everything you've worked hard for. But here's the truth. You have a choice. You can either let your spouse dictate the terms, or you can take control and protect your financial future. At Barton & Associates, this isn't just about getting through the process. It's about protecting what you've built, securing your assets, and ensuring you have the resources to move forward with confidence. You've worked hard for everything you have, and we're here to help safeguard it and avoid unnecessary losses. If you're serious about protecting yourself through the divorce process and securing your future, Barton & Associates is the team you need by your side. Call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-million. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our official after party for the golf tournament that is wrapping up over at the Golf Club of Texas. Now, you don't have to have played in the golf tournament to come hang out with us here at Hangar at Potranco. Anybody can come. Beer Santa will be here shortly, so you don't have to reach for your wallet. You can hang out with people that are on their laptops doing stuff, because that's what you do when you're at the Hangar Bar at 2:38 in the afternoon.
Well, that's what you do. You work. And so, or at least you pretend to work.
Yes.
That's what happens. And so, and really, some of the people at our radio station are the best at that. They really are. Pretending to work.
Yes.
With their computer out.
Absolutely. I mean, and look, that's a Diet Coke over there.
I'm sure
don't
it is.
worry.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
Yes.
But, come hang out with us. Lots of prizes. And when Beer Santa gets here, like I said, you won't be thirsty. We can promise you that. The
Spurs yesterday wrapped up this season, which obviously failed to meet expectation because of reasons, not excuses. You know, there's always reasons and excuses. What the hell went on in Phoenix this year? And Budenholzer is out, fired today after 1 year. For the Spurs, I mean, it all started with, early on, Pop having the stroke, and then Wemby and the blood clots, and, season's over. Get ready for next year. But Wemby, for the first time since he got shut down after the All-Star game with the blood clots, talked to the media for the first time and even talked about what it was like finding out that he had blood clots.
So at the time, I definitely didn't know, But looking back, I did feel a certain way, I mean, I wasn't in the best shape ever on the All-Star game. But, of course, it's something really hard. And I'm not going to lie and saying it's easy, but I am going to say, though, I was ready for it because it's part of the, my job to be ready for injuries and such. So by no means it was easy to learn and to process that, but by no means I was not ready. I was, I think I did, and I'm still doing the best we can do, taking care of my body, trusting the incredible work of the medical staff. But it's, I think it's something that, I'm sure it's something that I'm going to use to grow up and get better.
Absolutely. And we forget this kid's 21 years old, right?
Yeah.
And he's going through it, and we act like he's a seasoned vet. And
well, he is.
Well, I guess he is going into his third season, right?
Yeah, he's been a bit of pro since he was a teenager over there, but over in France. But you look at it, but it had to be devastating. Although he did talk about what he's been able to do to stay positive while not being able to play.
I think it's all about perspective. All the attention I got from the incredible people here, incredible at their jobs, incredible persons too. From my visits to the hospital and such, I think I got as good as a care as you can get as a patient. So I'm looking back, I'm really lucky. This happens, but all of us in that room, all of us in the league, we do with what we get. We do with what we're blessed with, and I'm still in the 1% luckiest people. So I got nothing to complain about, and it's a really slight setback.
Yeah, he's a positive dude, isn't he?
Yep.
He always has been, and you got to love that. And look, we're talking about blood clots. That's a serious business, or it can be, certainly. It looks like they got it. It looks like everything's going to be okay. And as we sit here right now, come training camp, Victor Wembanyama will be there and ready to roll. So that's good news. The question is, who's going to be coaching him, and what other players are going to be around him?
Well, and that's it. And you think about the core is here with Wemby, Fox, Castle. What about the coach? The uncertainty around Greg Popovich.
It's I trust the organization. I trust Pop to make all he can to come back, to get his energy back, and I also trust Mitch to grow into that role. So it's I think we're in good hands. We're supporting each other all throughout the organization. So I don't know. It's something I'm ready for anything, and I know the organization will do the good decisions.
I think there were a couple of things in that soundbite that speak volumes. First and foremost, Pop's energy. He's got to get his energy back. That could be the problem, and that's what we're looking at. That's number one. The other thing that he said that intrigues me is the fact that I'm confident Mitch can grow into this position. It tells me that Wemby had some doubts, like the rest of us, about how Mitch Johnson coached this basketball team.
It is interesting, although Chris Paul yesterday, after starting all 82 games, they even gave him a ball last night. And 3 Spurs actually played in all 82 games, but 20 years in the league, don't know that I expected that from CP3. But he did talk last night after the game about the job Mitch Johnson did as the interim head coach.
1,000%. This year was a roller coaster, right? We got dealt a few blows as far as obviously the news with Pop earlier in the season, then with Vic. But Mitch did a great job of managing the situation and coaching and teaching. And I can't imagine how tough it's been for him and all of our staff.
It's been a horrible year for the Spurs. And when you look at that and what's happened, and it all started with Greg Popovich. Then you got Wemby's blood clot, Fox with the pinky surgery. But what we failed by the time Pop happened in November, till Wemby went out when? In
February.
March, February? It's a long time, and they weren't playing well.
No, and look, I can't imagine Mitch Johnson, the pressure that he was under. But there was a reason they chose him to be the interim head coach. And you got to believe, as detailed as the organization is, that was the plan going into the season. If something were to happen to Pop, it would be Mitch. Not that they were thinking this, but, I mean, you're always planning for every scenario.
It gets tossed, right?
And so you look at it and you go, okay, that's it. There is no way, though, after what we saw this year, that if Pop does decide he's going to retire, that Mitch Johnson is going to be the full-time head coach. Not with what we saw this year. Now, you couple that with, and I know I've changed a bit when you looked at Taylor Jenkins getting fired and Mike Malone getting fired. I was thinking, Pop had until mid-May, close to the draft, to make a decision. But I've changed on that. I mean, I almost think the regular season is over. Do we need a decision this week from Greg Popovich? Because Mike Budenholzer got fired today by the Phoenix Suns. He had 1 year with them. And he's a name, because of his history with Pop in the Spurs organization, that gets talked about a lot as a possible next coach if Pop does decide to retire. Well, you look around, who's the number one guy to replace him in Phoenix? It's Mike Malone. Who's number two? It's Taylor Jenkins. And there will be other openings. We know that. So if the Spurs truly do think one of those guys could be the next, Pop has to make a decision sooner rather than later.
Well, there's no question about it. He's got to, right? But go with me on this, Minix. What if that decision's already been made and the new head coach is already picked out?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just, and you know where I'm going there. Steve Kerr.
Uh-huh.
What if that happens? And look, because there's going to be some big changes with the Golden State Warriors. All right, they're in the play-in game. Most likely they're going to beat Memphis, I would assume. So they'll get into the playoffs, but they don't have a long run in the playoffs. So I wonder what that happens. You got some aging guys there. Draymond Green, who blows a layup last night, by the way. That cost him the game. And he lets old number two win.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Jimmy Butler's no spring chicken. Steph Curry's no spring chicken. They got some older, aging out veterans. And you just wonder if Steve Kerr, if he wants to stay in the business, and that's probably the bigger question of any of them, because I think the Spurs would love to have a guy like Steve Kerr coaching this team if Pop can't do it. Does he want to continue doing that? But I'm just saying, if that decision's already been made, I think that is a distinct possibility.
Well, again, knowing the Spurs organization, I wouldn't be surprised if a decision was made and those that need to know. And then when they are ready to make an announcement, they would. I again, but until they make something official, all that does is lead to speculation. Now, I'm with you on Steve Kerr. And again, no reason to announce anything yet because Steve Kerr is not in a position to change because his team is still playing. At the same time, if it is Steve Kerr or if they want a Mike Malone, if they want somebody who is available today, unless there's conversations being had, if you're Mike Malone and Matt Ishbia calls and you go, all right, well, Matt, I need a 5-year deal at, I don't know, $100 million because you're going to fire me next year anyway and then pay me not to work like he's done the last 3 coaches. That's the thing about Coach Bud.
In a row.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Budenholzer signed a 5-year, $50 million deal and got fired after 1. He's going to get $40 million not to work.
Man, sign me up for that. Please.
I can go
sign
coach
me
for
up
a
for
year.
that. Will you?
In Ishbia, remember when he bought the team and all the rah-rah and everything that he's supposed to do? He is now paying 3 different coaches over $100 million not to work.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to go buy somebody else, hire somebody else, and sign them to a long contract. And he's going to do it because there's no salary cap on coaches and there's no penalty for paying out guys' contracts. So no penalty for the Suns to be able to do that. But maybe it's Malone, maybe it's Jenkins, who the hell knows. But if the Spurs do want one of those guys, unless they're having some backdoor conversations, if you're Malone, you can't wait on Pop. If you're getting offered a job, if you are Jenkins, you can't wait on Pop unless you already know. And so for the Spurs to get the best coach available that they want, they need to know if they're going to be going in a completely different direction. Now, you think about, mid-90s when Pop fired Bob Hill and came down from the GM role, Peter Holt Jr.'s never had to hire a coach. Think about that. All right. This will be a radical change. And knowing the Spurs, they are going to handle it in such a way. So a decision needs to be made. Now, to your point with Steve Kerr, when he said not too long ago that every coaching job has an expiration date, it almost sounded like he knew his time at Golden State was coming up.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it is because there's got to be a change made there. I mean, they've got to recycle that stuff. And I'm not saying Steph Curry's going to retire but certainly Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, again, is not getting any younger. Does Kerr want to rebuild that particular franchise? I think the answer to that is no. If he's going to rebuild a team, why not come to a team like San Antonio that's got young players that you can build around and really have a championship quality team? And I think that's why it fits so well. Again, my only reservation there is the fact that maybe Kerr wants to, take some time off or maybe do something else with his time. I mean, he's got plenty of money. It's just a matter of does he want to coach?
Well, and I think the other part, too, if he's tying his time at Golden State with Steph Curry, I don't see Curry ending anytime soon. But how many coaches do you see? Let's use Pop as an example. I'm walking out the door when Timmy does. And that didn't happen. So maybe Steve Kerr saying, I need to leave first. That makes everything a little bit different because you want to leave the organization in good hands. It will be interesting. And again, it's all speculation at this point because Pop has earned the right to make the decision on his own. Although I will say at some point, the organization might have to make that decision because timing, the draft coming up. If there's going to be a new coach, that guy needs to be involved. I don't care if it's before the draft lottery. That doesn't change anything. But if there will be a new direction, maybe Pop isn't the coach, but he's still the president of basketball operations. But whoever the coach is will have say. And do you bring in a veteran guy? I mean, already, there's rumors out there that Bradley Beal could come here on the cheap, that Kevin Durant could come here. Now, I could see Kerr coming here and bringing Kevin Durant, having that sniper available. But we got to figure out head coach first and foremost.
Well, and the other thing that I look at when it comes to the Warriors and Steve Kerr, Steph Curry's not going to want to go through another rebuild. He's going to want to try to win another championship. So could he leave and go somewhere else if he wants to continue to play? I'm not saying that's San Antonio, but I'm certainly saying that he'd want to go to a contender and have an opportunity for another ring. I just think the Golden State Warriors' time is coming to an end. They've had some great teams there and won some championships, but I think that's coming to an end. So what's the next challenge for Steve Kerr? I think it would fit perfectly right here in San Antonio.
Now, the play-ins do start tomorrow night. Atlanta and Orlando in the East, Golden State, Memphis in the West on Wednesday night, Miami, Chicago, and then Sacramento and Dallas. And year 7 of the Spurs not being in the playoffs. And I can tell you, this weekend in Oklahoma, being in Oklahoma City, where the Thunder are the 1 seed, the Thunder could go win a championship. That is San Antonio 99, 2000 to 2005. Everywhere you go in Oklahoma City this weekend, hats, shirts, banners on the buildings. I saw everything but car flags. I think car flags went out with the year 2000s. But just being in a NBA city with that kind of love and passion for their team, man, I miss it. We so desperately need to get back into the playoffs and back in the winning ways. I had basketball envy on Saturday and Sunday in Oklahoma City.
I bet you did. And you remember Oklahoma City back in the days when they had Durant and Westbrook and James Harden, and the Spurs would battle them in the playoffs. And that city gets behind their team big time, just like San Antonio does. But I'm with you, man. I'm sick of this rebuild stuff. It's time to fast forward this and let's go. The foundation is here now with Wemby, Castle, and Fox. Now it's time to be aggressive and get this thing going. No more, let's develop these guys and let's move slowly and let's not skip steps. I'm ready to skip about 5 of them and get this team back to where they need to be, and that's in the playoffs, competing for championships.
I don't know. I figure we're at the top of the staircase now with Wemby, Fox, and Castle. We're there. We're done. There's no more stairs to skip.
Well,
I mean, we're there. We've got the foundation. Now let's go. In fact, quit walking. We can go to an all-out sprint now for the playoffs. You need to be in an all-out sprint if you can do that through traffic on Potranco. Over here to the Hangar Bar on Potranco. It's our golf tournament after party. Great golf tournament today out at the Golf Club of Texas, brought to you by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. And I'm told Beer Santa is on his way.
Yes.
I mean, you got that NORAD Santa tracker. We have that now for the beer man, Renee, Beer Santa. He texted he is on his way. So if you want a cold beer and you don't want to reach for your wallet, you also want to win some great prizes from Flight by Yuengling, point your car this direction, the Hangar Bar on Potranco.
Then you see he was perfect today. In his golf cart, he had that big ice chest in the back.
Yep.
It was just like Santa in his sleigh, driving around, handing out free beer. It was a wonderful thing to see.
And other prizes. Too. But beer is the big thing. And the number of people like, oh, you got 2? Can I get 3? I got buddies over there. Yeah.
Well, everybody with a white belt today got 2.
Well, that's
and he would only give 1 away to guys without a white belt. If you had a white belt on, you got 2 beers.
Because he knew there were only 3 people out there with
there are a lot of guys out there. A lot of guys out there with white belts.
Yeah, 3 of them.
No, there were quite a few, and all of them wanted to make sure I knew it.
Yeah, they did.
It was fantastic.
They did. You didn't autograph too many, except for that one guy when you got down there, signed the front of his belt buckle. That was a little odd. That was a little odd.
Well, it was a little strange, and then something just kind of popped open.
I've got blackmail video, Joe.
Yeah, something
you can't
popped
do
open.
Squat. You got excited when you got down there close.
Dude, did you see that dude's secret compartment?
You were reaching to, and I said, yeah, that's interesting.
I'll do anything for the people, Minix. You know, anything for the people.
You know, in some countries, you can get arrested for that. And if you do get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. You know, the best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, because people get arrested for all kinds of things every day. Call 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Progressive knows there are 2 things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, Affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist, with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLbrahmas.com. That's UFLbrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness Program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention, which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
They told us nothing but lies.
These timeshare thieves out there are terrible.
They bullied us.
It was a nightmare. We felt stuck.
Our timeshare is all a scam.
They stole from us. They were thieves.
I was completely taken advantage of.
Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group, and I know the tough spot you're in. Are you asking yourself, why did I buy that timeshare? I'll tell you why, because that presentation wasn't a normal sales pitch. It was a show to convince you that timeshare is a great investment. They told you it was available today and today only. They said you're foolish if you don't buy, and unfortunately, you believed them. We get over 3,000 complaints a week from folks just like you that were misled into buying a timeshare. Give us a call. I guarantee you, if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-277-3355. 800-277-3355. 800-277-3355.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Phoenix Suns have fired head coach Mike Budenholzer today. Bud lasted just one season in Phoenix. In fact, that's the third consecutive coach fired by the Suns after just one season. Spurs season came to a close. They did beat the Raptors yesterday here in San Antonio. They finished the season with a record of 34-48. Play-in tournament time begins tomorrow in the NBA.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road, our official golf tournament after party. Beer Santa is here. That means it's on his tab. So come on out here. Flight by Yingling is ice cold.
Ice cold Flight by Yinglings. And I tell you what, it's always beer just tastes better when it's free.
Yes.
It does. It's just got a better taste when you don't have to pay for it.
This is true.
And Flight is fantastic, but even Flight tastes better when it's free.
If you're watching on YouTube, we'll show some of the prizes. So apparently we've got some visors we're giving away, some of those Kanga coolers.
Look at that.
There's a golf bag there, but I believe that's my golf bag. But
no, it's not. It's mine.
Well, you got one on Friday.
I didn't.
I saw it sitting in my chair.
Well, that was you. I needed a fill-in for you, and it was the Flight by Yingling golf bag.
So you go from a gas bag to a golf bag.
Dude, I tell you what, you never looked better.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to tell you that right
taller.
now. Or taller. Yeah, exactly right. Dude, that was good.
Coming up this hour, we're giving away tickets to Taste of the Northside.
Wow.
My favorite Fiesta event, the best Fiesta event. May 1st, new location, the Rocket Lock on Terra. The tickets are $300 each. We've got a pair that we are giving away before 4 o'clock today. So keep it locked right here on 94.1. You might even need to go over to the YouTube, the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Haven't quite figured out how we are going to give those away yet, but we will give away a pair of tickets today to Taste of the Northside, and we'll do that before 4 o'clock this afternoon. Right now, though, let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Little air guitar action there, huh?
Is that what you're
It's
doing?
always a lot of fun.
Well, see, I don't know what you're doing there, but how you look on screen, all they would have seen would be like, say, the neck of the guitar,
right?
Let's just say that's what Joe looked like around hole 11 at the Golf Club of Texas as we were driving away.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yes.
And look, in college football, I think we can all agree most of us hate what's going on in college athletics right now. And what we saw happen over the weekend is the first of what I think will be many. And until they have the guardrails, the rules in place, whatever the case is, I think you're going to start seeing more of this. It's that Nico Lamalava, or however you say his name.
I am a Leva,
whatever. He is leaving the University of Tennessee. Here's a dude that made more than Brock Purdy has in his NFL career salary-wise, and he wanted more. And Tennessee refused to renegotiate his NIL deal, so he hit the portal.
Good for Tennessee. And good riddance to that guy. And anybody else that picks this guy up, and somebody will, they're going to have the same issue. Now, I feel bad for the kid in a lot of ways because it's come out that his father and a couple of other family friends convinced him to sit out of spring practice, thinking he could get a bigger and a better deal. But, I mean, think about it. This kid, I don't know how good he is. I have no clue how good he is. I don't think anybody has any clue how good he is. But he's trying to cash in on reputation alone or potential alone, and it didn't work out in Tennessee. And I tell you what, universities are going to have to lay the hammer down just like Tennessee did, or you're going to have a big problem in college football.
Although part of me, I'm not mad at the kid. He's playing the system, and he got what I think is bad advice.
Yes.
But when you look around at what other quarterbacks are making in the SEC, and he felt like he was underpaid, he has that right. And that's the rule. He is playing by the rules. And if you guys don't want to pay me, somebody else will. You know, you look at Colorado. Deion's looking for a new quarterback. Would he take him? UCLA could be after him. USC with Lincoln Riley. North Carolina. There's betting odds on where he could end up. And there are a lot of places that need a quarterback of his caliber that would be willing to pay that money. I hate the system, and I don't like the fact that the kid did this, but the rules allow him to do it, and he's trying to maximize the money that he can make while in college. He is playing by the rules, and basically He did what you see a lot of coaches do. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. Well, you're going to pay me how much? All right, man. I'm now the new head coach at such and such.
Yeah, but coaches have to abide by buyouts. They have to abide by contracts.
Yep.
These players don't.
No, they don't. But he played within the rules. I hate the rules. And maybe it's something like this that will finally get all these suits off their ass and into a room and do something about it.
Well, and I hope so. But Tennessee did the absolute right thing because we're not going to renegotiate with you. We offered you X. The guy was making $2.5 million. He wanted $4 million.
Yep.
So he's going to leave into the transfer portal, and I don't know, is he going to get $4 million wherever he ends up landing? I just don't know that this guy is that good. I don't, to be able to command the money that he is commanding. Now, if a guy like, and I mean this in all seriousness, a guy like Arch Manning did this, I think he would probably get whatever he wanted to because the potential, just from the Manning name alone, I think would get him that. This guy, I've never heard of him until, well, we started talking about this.
Well, and when you look at it, and again, I hate it, but he is playing within the rules. And that's why coaches did away with spring games this year because of when the portal window is. And now is his time to try to renegotiate or go find somewhere else. And again, do I think he got bad advice? Yes.
Yes, he did.
Will somebody pay him? Yes, they will.
Well, we'll see.
And the difference here is he did it at the spring game. What about all those guys that we saw dropping out after week 3 or 4 when they still had eligibility? See, if they played that 4th game, they would lose eligibility. It's the same kind of thing. And without any rules in place, you're going to see more of this. He's the first big one, but I think there will be more. Now that you've seen this, there will be more.
Well, I hope he learned, I don't know, or maybe somebody else learned, because more schools are going to have to do what Tennessee did. No, we have an agreement. Honor it. And if you don't want to honor it, there's the portal. Don't let the door hit you in the behind. And that's what they did. And I think that's fantastic. Good for Tennessee to do that. And maybe this will make other players think twice about trying to pull this nonsense.
Now, one of the places he could end up is at North Carolina. Bill Belichick, you wonder, now granted, Belichick has Michael Lombardi as the GM there. You wonder if what they're going to do, but based on a lot of video we've seen from the spring practices that UNC has had, they might need a quarterback, and they would gladly pay this kid. But what's even more funnier is Belichick's girlfriend in charge of their social media basically running the show. There's video over the weekend of her going out middle of practice, stopping Bill in his tracks, hands him a whistle, bikes him up, all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, what the hell is going on?
Well, I think she's happy. She's Bill Belichick's girlfriend, and she can do whatever she wants because he's the head coach at North Carolina. And so I think it's funny. I really do. But she was running around out there and all dressed up, too. It's not like she had, like, warm-ups on or stuff like that. I mean, she's in a dress, out there running around.
Or platforms or whatever. Like not what you would expect to see at practice, maybe for a game, a big game at that, game day Saturday when you got to entertain, I don't know, donors, but not running around the football field like you own the place. But then again, she does.
I was the guy.
Yes,
I was the Turk. I was Bad News Billy.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Well, we know who wears the pants in that relationship.
I believe
and it ain't Bill.
The term is called whipped.
Yes. Well, yeah.
And congrats to Bill Belichick.
If he's happy, he's happy. That's great.
And congrats to Rory. Grand Slam, now Masters champion. Let's talk about what we saw yesterday at Augusta as we continue live here from the Hangar Bar on Potranco. Our golf tournament after party. Beer Santa is here. I already see a bunch of cold Flight by Yinglings on people's tables now. You want one? Head this way. The Hangar Bar on Potranco. We'll talk Masters coming up, plus Taste of the Northside tickets that we will give away before 4 o'clock. Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
When I've got enjoyable caffeine.
Oh, it's got to be good caffeine.
Yeah, I just can't drink that swill. I refuse to.
That's probably why I'm sick.
I think I swear it's filtered through like cockroach pubic hairs.
Oh.
It's like whatever the worst thing you can imagine going through. That's what it goes through.
A difficult reference to frame.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive so you can stop worrying about them and invent new things to worry about, like snakes in your bedroom. Sure, that sounds incredibly irrational, but now that we've mentioned it, you are a little worried. The odds of one snake, let alone snakes plural, are so slim. But you might want to check. Oh, you're not near your bedroom. Guess you'll just have to sit there and worry about it. So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers, not available in all states.
Does this sound like your marriage? Wake up and realize that there's a better life waiting. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. At Barton & Associates, we specialize in navigating the complexities of divorce law, protecting your best interests, and ensuring you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but here's the thing. You have a choice. You can either let your spouse dictate the terms, or you can take control of the process and secure your future. If you're serious about protecting yourself and securing your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team you need. Call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. If you're tired of this, then start your better life today with Barton & Associates. Visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio. Don't miss the official after party for the San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament today, only at the Hangar Potranco, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. Join us live 2 to 6 p.m. Hangar Potranco. Good vibes, better food, best friends.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Ever feel like everything in life is moving at hyperspeed? Slow things down with the all-new Nissan Murano, an unapologetic refuge amidst the daily hustle and bustle. Re-energize with massaging leather-appointed seats to melt away the tension of a busy day. Escape into your favorite music with a Bose premium sound system, or set the vibe with ambient mood lighting. Because sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Check out the all-new Nissan Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof, ambient lighting, and massaging leather-appointed seats are optional features.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
This is AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6 for the perfect ride to work on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our golf tournament after party. Happy accident that our tournament, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, is the day after the Masters. And what a Masters we had yesterday. Now, I know in the moment, it felt like, man, was that the best Masters we've had in a decade? Where the drama going to a playoff, that hasn't happened in years. But the way Rory looked like he was going to run away with it, to the way it looked like he was going to choke it away yet again, to coming back and winning a playoff, it was incredible drama.
Yeah, it was incredible drama. I'm not sure that Rory wanted it to be that way. I think he would have rather won it by 4 or 5 strokes, but it was incredible. And you just had to watching that thing. And look, I was pulling for Rory. I had him in a pooled thing that we were in. I had him winning the tournament, which was a good thing.
Yes.
But, I mean, if he would have lost, okay, no big deal. He'd be getting roasted today as a choke artist, as all kinds of other stuff, because that's what he was trying to do. And when the guy even tried to play it safe on a par 5 and then ends up hitting a wedge into the water, I'm going, you got to be kidding me. This is just set up for a major collapse. So I'm happy that in the end he pulled it out.
Our group chat, James Pledger, after the first hole, sent a gif of choking. It was live look at Rory, and it was a guy choking, and the Heimlich maneuver was about to start. And he even said afterwards, that beginning actually helped calm him down, which, get the bat out of the way, and for him to bounce back, and then in the playoff to bounce back, and then the moment. And this is why Jim Nance is one of the best. He just let the moment breathe.
McIlroy has his masterpiece.
Just incredible.
It was incredible. His masterpiece. That Jim Nance is. He's one of the best that there is, and that was a perfect way to handle that. Call it and then let the crowd take over and just watch the emotion. Because if you're watching this on CBS, it's an incredible scene where Rory just putter falls to the ground. He falls to the ground and just starts bawling. And the emotion of that was just amazing. You can just see the stress or the monkey just fly right off of his back because the Masters was always that one elusive golf tournament he could not win. And he finally got that done.
17 tries at the Masters and the 11th attempt at the career Grand Slam, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. And the pressure that he obviously felt, even though he downplayed it quite a bit, and you could just tell that was completely unplanned reaction. There's no way that he planned that. That was just natural, great, raw emotion from a competitor. And you brought that up almost immediately, even tweeted another reason why you love the live types, because they don't have to deal with that.
I can't stand those dudes. And so I love the fact that Bryson DeChambeau collapsed. Just collapsed yesterday when the pressure was on. He couldn't handle it. Patrick Reed, the only reason he was in the top 5 was because he knocked a shot in from, way out there. So I guess I'll give him that. It was a hell of a shot. But the fact that Rory McIlroy, he's been the biggest cheerleader, the biggest spokesperson for the PGA Tour against the LIV Tour, and that he won and played with one of the LIV Tour's biggest stars was just, it was set up perfectly.
Well, and look, there was a moment there where I thought Bryson, he did take the lead in the Masters. Didn't hold on to it very long because he did collapse. But you talk about bad blood. Bryson was asked afterwards what it was like conversating with Rory during that tournament.
Did you speak to him in there? How's he doing? Do you know?
No idea. Didn't talk to me once all day.
Did you try and initiate conversation with Rory at all?
He wouldn't talk to me.
Wow. He wouldn't talk to me. Hey, look, I mean, I get it. I do. I get it. I mean, you're talking about a guy that could be one of the biggest stars on the PGA Tour in Bryson DeChambeau. And you don't hear from the guy unless he does a video on YouTube hitting balls over his house or in the Masters in this golf tournament. Otherwise, when do you ever talk about Bryson DeChambeau? You don't. And that's the problem with these guys. They got their money, and if they're happy with that, they're happy with that. But a lot of them aren't now, and a lot of them are regretting and want this thing to get done where they can get back on the PGA Tour. And I tell you what, it's I love it. Yesterday was a perfect ending to the best golf tournament on the planet.
Well, and everything about the Masters is spectacular. The traditions, everything that they do, even in Butler Cabin with the interview and the presentation of the green jacket. I don't know why the chairman has to do the interview and not Jim Nantz, but that comes with the territory. But even just as emotional as Rory was, and I do think it is more than just finally getting a Masters and getting the career Grand Slam, the competitor, and watching him during that round, drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of, energy bars, fruit bars, whatever, but not to say a word the entire day really does tell you his true feelings towards everybody on the LIV Tour. Because it's one thing to publicly say, but at some point I'm going to guess they were friends, or you'd at least be cordial, at least be polite. Hell, it's golf. You're supposed to be polite. Those are the rules, the etiquette. He doesn't say a word. And then to go out and compete the way he did, face the adversity a couple of different times. That was a roller coaster of a round for Rory. And he almost pooped the bed again. And if he did, we'd be talking about another choke job by Rory, who at one point years ago, we thought, boy, Tiger's done. Rory's just going to take off, and he's going to be that guy that wins every golf tournament by 10. And it's Rory or the field, like it was Tiger against the field. And, Rory, to a degree, as far as wins, at least at the Masters, hasn't been that guy. He's always right up there, but can he now, with this pressure off, be that dominant player we thought he was going to be a decade ago?
Well, I think the beauty of the PGA Tour right now is there's really not that guy. I mean, Scheffler had last year, right? He won everything last year. He dominated. But you go to the PGA Tour and you watch it right now, and the start of every tournament, there's 10, 12, 15 guys that have a legit shot at winning. And that's, I don't know, if we all liked what Tiger did. Tiger was dominant. And Phil Mickelson every now and then. Other than that, there was nobody else. It was all about Tiger. I like this the way it is. I really do. Look, Rory, Scheffler, they're at the top of the mountain. They are. But there are other guys that can win each and every weekend, and I love it. The fact that Rory got this done puts him on another level. I mean, it puts him on another level. Only guy, Jason, and you know this, to make 4 double bogeys through the course of a tournament and win the Masters. He did that, and he came through. 4 double bogeys, which is pretty incredible.
As a guy that knows how to double bogey with the best of them.
And very happy about it.
Well, yeah, I'm happy with the double bogey. But again, for him to put that behind him and in that moment, the beauty of sport, the beauty of concentration. Raj on our YouTube channel says, don't you feel sorry for those people who couldn't care less about sports, that they will never feel the joy of watching a moment like that on 18? And yes, I've said it a billion times. Sports is the best reality television out there. Whether it's football, you name it, it's there. But even at our golf tournament today, one of our bosses said she watched all 18 holes, and she doesn't know squat about golf. But the storyline grabbed her. I guess her husband had it on. And she started watching, and then the ups and the downs and the determination and the focus, and then he wins. And how do you not? I mean, we got home from Oklahoma. My wife was going to go pick up dinner, and she's I can't leave until this is over. And she could care less.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody. That moment right there, what you saw in 18, is what I've been talking about for a long time with these Live Tour guys. Yeah, the money's great. That's fantastic, and they've got generational wealth, and I'm happy for them. But you got into this game for one reason, and that was to compete, to be the best. You don't get that opportunity on the Live Tour. You got a bank full of money, and that's great. If that makes you happy, fantastic. But you're a competitor, and deep down inside, you want to win. You want to beat the best. Rory did that, and you saw the emotion of it. And I don't give a damn if he didn't make a dime out of that yesterday. The fact that he won and the way that he won it, I guarantee is more satisfying to him than any check that they were going to present to him after that tournament.
Although $4.2 million is pretty nice.
Well, sure.
I mean, it's
not just that. I mean, Rory's got he's got Nike in his back pocket. And after winning this, there's no telling the amount of money that young man is going to make.
And that Nike commercial felt like they produced it 10 years ago and finally got to use it. But that Nike commercial was perfect.
Yep.
Running right after. Must-see television, as Justin Guerrero properly types on our YouTube channel. I know he was out at the golf tournament. Didn't play well, but he had a good time. Sure, he's on his way now to the Hangar Bar on Potranco for our after party. Flight by Yingling is here. We've got a lot of prizes to give away, including a golf bag, some Kanga coolers, looks like some hats, some shirts, some visors. We got all kinds of free swag. So come out and see us here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. Even if you didn't play in the golf tournament, you can come hang out and have a chance to win. The food here looks fantastic as well. I know I had some egg rolls earlier, but that burger over there looks incredible.
It really does.
Come hang out with us. Got a late lunch, early dinner, cold beer. You don't have to reach for your wallet because there's buckets all around that are full, and we don't get one until 6 o'clock.
Right.
Coming up, we're giving away tickets to Taste of the North Side. Stick around. It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's play-in day. We'll get you ready. And we'll recap how the golf went out of the Golf Club of Texas. All that, plenty more. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Folks, right now is the ideal time to get ready for the summer season with the Quarter Moon AC $58.99 preseason special. It's a real home run. You'll have your AC ready before the summer heat hits. We'll inspect your AC's indoor and outdoor coils, filters, temperature levels, and make sure you're ready for the summer heat, all just for $58.99. So when your AC is warming up, Quarter Moon comes in like a heavy hitter.
Hey, batter, I'm going to give it some heat.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Hey, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020. Carbach Brewing was not born in San Antonio, Texas, but they have certainly gone out of their way to make San Antonio their second home. We had the head brewer come in, and he said when they first started to reach outside of Houston, San Antonio was the place they wanted to be, and does it show. Carbach beer is all over our great city, from their in-your-face flagship IPA, Hopadillo, to the Ziegenbach, to their best seller, the Love Street, their Kolsch-style blonde. There is something for everyone in Carbach's lineup, and it is all over the place. Of course, you're going to find it at the grocery stores. Of course, you're going to find it at the liquor stores, but it's also at a bunch of bars and restaurants around town. They wanted to make this their second home, and that's what it's become. So when you're out, you're watching the games at your local sports bar, your local restaurant, your local hangout, you're thinking, I want to elevate my beer game a little bit. Well, friend, wherever you're at, they probably have some Carbach either on tap or in cans. So when you're out and about doing your thing, go ahead and make sure to ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at HEB and make every bite count, because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix. We're at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our golf tournament after party. Come hang out with us. You didn't even have to play in the golf tournament to come hang out with us on this Monday afternoon. A great event. And, you know, Fiesta is right around the corner. My favorite Fiesta event is Taste of the North Side, which benefits the Brighton Center. Let's talk about it. Katrina Campbell, the CEO of Brighton, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. That time of the year already, huh, Katrina?
It is hard to believe, and it's later than normal because it's May 1st, but we are super excited about it. We got a new location this year. I don't know if – oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I mean, you should be excited because this event is just, it's hard to describe. It's one of a kind, but it is so much fun.
Well, it is. And what makes it a little bit different is that, and you guys know, because you're great supporters, it's all inclusive. So you pay one ticket price and it feels a little hefty up front, but you're done. Your parking's included, your entrance is included, all your food, all your drinks, and we're going to have over 50 restaurants outside, and it's at the Rocket La Cantera. So we're going to have a special kind of Spurs added benefit this year. So it's going to be, I think, the best one yet.
Katrina Campbell from Brighton Center joining us here on the Blitz. Taste of the North Side, Thursday, May 1st, 6 o'clock, the Rocket La Cantera. Now, it's been my favorite Fiesta event for years, dating back to when you guys were at Canyon Springs. And, you know, every time you've moved, I go, why? It's perfect. And then the new spot is even better. Moving it out to the Rock, go through the process of, because I thought last year was perfect. What differences are we going to see at the Rocket La Cantera?
Well, thanks for saying that. I think we needed just a little bit more space at the Rock, and we love the plaza feel. It has a built-in stage and all the great digital aspects of the Rock. We've got Rocca right there as the restaurant, and then we've got premium tickets available for people to access the Spurs Club. I actually think the premium tickets are sold out, But for a lot of our partners and ticket purchasers, they're going to get to experience that kind of Spurs Country Club, as we call it, for the first time. So we're just excited to be a little bit closer to La Cantera and bring in a new fan base.
And no doubt about it. Now, Katrina, tell us about the Brighton Center, because all of this is to benefit the Brighton Center and some of the wonderful things that you guys do there.
That's right. So Brighton Center is one of the largest nonprofits in San Antonio, serving children with special needs, developmental delays, and we serve about 4,000 children every year through pediatric therapy services. We will come to you wherever your kiddo may be during the day, 0 to 3. We've got 2 inclusive preschool centers for kids with and without disabilities to grow and learn together. And then we help parents and children transition into public school when they're ready, understanding the special education laws and getting the right plan of support in place as soon as possible.
You guys do such incredible work, and I know this is a major fundraiser for you, and it is every year, and it's always one of the most sought after tickets. And like you said, it is pricey. It's $300, but you go to all the other events, you spend to get in, and then you're constantly reaching for your wallet and trying to get tickets. And when it's all said and done, you probably spend about $300 a person going in. So it really isn't, what's the word I'm looking for, as bad as it might seem. It's just all up front. But the food there is always incredible. What are some of the restaurants and beverages that we're going to enjoy on Thursday, May 1st at the Rocket La Cantera?
Well, and that's exactly right. I mean, it is. I love chicken on a stick and all of those sorts of things, but this is not that event. We've got Blue Prime Steakhouse. We have a Brazilian steakhouse. We have sushi. We have Ida Claire. We have Eddie V's. We have Salada. I mean, we've got every restaurant, Kona Grill, Piatti's, Paloma Blanca, and they all bring out their best featured food. So it is things that you've never tried before. And our restaurant partners do this to support Brighton Center. They come out, they provide their food for free and their staff for free. And so it's a great way to celebrate the amazing restaurants we have here in San Antonio.
And I think that's important that you say it that way, because you don't see, like you mentioned, Blue Prime Steakhouse. They're not going to be out there giving you a tater tot. It's going to be
Correct.
Something that you really want to eat. Although one of the bigger surprises was that last year before, there was Wagyu chili. That was incredible from a local steakhouse. And I wasn't expecting that, but that was incredible. So I know there will be some sort of surprise along those lines.
Well, you got it. And we don't even know what everybody is serving yet, but we asked them to serve the best of the best. And so you're right. No one's coming and serving a tater tot. They're serving because they want you to come to the restaurant. They want you to come and try what they have to offer. And so we can't say enough good things about our restaurants. And our beer partner, Shiner Beer, is our new beer partner this year. And we've got tons of wine, specialty cocktails. You don't leave hungry, and you're likely not going to leave sober. So please ride share.
Yes, Uber.
Please ride share.
Yeah, you won't be thirsty and you won't be hungry.
That's fantastic.
That's a better way to put it.
You know, Katrina, this event, and you and Jason kind of alluded to it earlier with the changing of venues, has grown tremendously over the years. Did you ever dream when this started that it would be the grand event that it is today?
No, and in fact, COVID threw us for a little bit of a loop, as it did for all Fiesta events, and we had to kind of pivot. We all know that word from COVID, and change it up a little bit. But we still have, over 3,500 people coming out every year, 50 restaurants, new partners. I mean, new corporate partners every year that are just dying to bring their staff and their clients. And so I think the people love the event, and then when they find out it supports Brighton, it like really locks it in for them. It feels like a win-win. And so we're just so honored that we can be a part of this.
Again, all proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. They do great work over there at Brighton. And Taste of the North Side is the best Fiesta event. My favorite Fiesta event. We didn't even mention, you're going to have live music. There's going to be entertainment there. It is just always so much fun. It is the biggest party of Fiesta.
Well, I think so. And I think that anybody who hasn't been should absolutely try it. It will be worth the value. I promise you that.
Katrina, how do people get tickets to this event?
They can go to tasteofthenorthside.org. You can buy them right online. Check our Facebook and Instagram page, which is also Taste of the Northside. We've got some promos running. I feel like you guys have a great promo to offer your fans. So there's a way to get some discounted tickets between now and May 1st for sure.
Well, that is awesome. Tasteofthenorthside.org. Again, it benefits Brighton Center, and Taste of the Northside is the best. Katrina Campbell, CEO of the Brighton Center. Appreciate you allowing us to come out there again and do our show. It's one of the few that our engineer, Grumpy Greg, likes to actually go do because it is the best event out there. Greg loves it. He'll act grumpy, but he really does love it. And if people know that Greg likes to go, they're going to want to go as well.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Katrina, appreciate you jumping on. We will talk to you and see you on May 1st out at the Rocket Lock on Terra.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Joe. We'll see you soon.
Appreciate it. Katrina Campbell joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. Now, they're $300 a ticket. We've got a pair that we're giving away right now.
That's $600 if my math is correct.
Even from Alice, Texas,
How about
you
that?
can do that in your head.
Yes.
I mean, it's not counting by sevens, which is what you normally do.
I know.
You can win a pair of tickets right now to Taste of the Northside. If you're the first person to call up Greg Shelton, call up James Pledger at 210-656-3776 and tell us, what does Taste of the Northside benefit? That easy. We just talked about it.
Wow.
Even James, who was probably not paying attention, could get that one right. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. That might be the easiest trivia I've ever done.
Boy, and
for tickets like this.
For a great prize like that. You're feeling soft today, aren't you?
Well, we've been at a golf tournament all day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm feeling generous.
Generous, man.
A lot of people. Well, I mean, in some ways, our golf tournament is a poor man's version of Taste of the Northside because, there's drink samples and food samples all over the golf course. But at Taste of the Northside, it's elevated. We don't have the fancy restaurants out there, although there was a guy out there that was doing pork belly burnt ends, which those were really good.
Those were fantastic.
Those were good. We're more about making sure you're not thirsty.
Yeah, well,
than full.
No, nobody was. I'll promise you that nobody was. Beer Santa made sure of that.
Yes.
I mean, that guy made sure he was handing out beer like it was like candy, just everywhere out there. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't dance, but he can pass out beer. I'll tell you that.
Well, don't tell him he can't dance. In his mind, he's like John Travolta or something.
Yeah, right.
I have no idea what's going on with that. Interesting story today about Brett Favre. Netflix is doing a documentary, The Fall of Favre. It will debut next month on Netflix. And apparently, we're going all about Brett Favre. Remember when he was sending junk pictures to that report? That's going to be covered in there. The Mississippi welfare scandal is going to be a part of that. The defamation lawsuits that he's had against, Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp. Now, Favre has always denied any wrongdoing with that welfare thing, but he didn't sign off on this. So, as Mike Florio at Pro Football Talk writes, it's unclear whether the fall of Favre plows new ground. Even if it doesn't, enough soil is already there. You wonder if there's going to be a lawsuit coming from Favre against Netflix for putting this together.
Well, I don't know. I mean, those people write those unauthorized biographies of people all the time, and they don't get into any trouble. So I don't know. The only thing Netflix is going to have to do is make sure that everything they say is on the up and up and is absolutely backed up by fact.
Well,
and I think if they do that, they won't have any issue.
In the various news reports that were out there, I don't know if Brett Favre is interviewed at all for this. It doesn't say. It will be very interesting to see how he reacts to it. But you think about the news credibility, and I think all of us would like to know all the truth. I just don't know if we ever actually will know all the truth with everything that he has gone, because this dude has sued a lot of different people for saying things Well, they were reporting stories that were out there like the McAfee thing, although McAfee was able to escape that.
Because what he was saying was true.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think Netflix is going to have to do. And you might see Favre try to get something filed before this airs to make sure that it doesn't, or at least block it for a time being. So we'll see. That's going to be interesting, to say the least, and to watch it play out. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And
the lawyers are happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, lawyers are always happy. They seem to always be the ones that make money.
Yep.
At everything. The only winner in a lot of these is the law firm. When you get into
absolutely. Win, lose, or draw, right? They're going to make money.
Speaking of news, big news in San Antonio today. San Antonio TV royalty. Deborah Knapp announces her retirement. Now, I know you and Deborah are very, very close. You worked together for 25 years over at Ken's. At your wedding to Maggie, I was fortunate to sit at the table with her, and she is just a treasure.
Oh, my God.
And one of the nicest people in the world. And quite honestly, I don't know, she's reduced her workload a lot over the last couple years, but I never knew if she would actually stop working. But May 21st will be her last newscast at Ken's.
You know, she has threatened to retire several times prior to this. And when I heard about it again from my good friend Bill Taylor, and I'm going, she won't do that. But she's actually going to do it. And I tell you what, of all the people, we could look at a long list of people that have been on TV and for years and that people have fallen in love with. Deborah Knapp may be at the top of that list, just simply because of the person that she is. She is one of the greatest people that you will ever meet in your entire life. Sweet, always helping people. I'll never forget, I mean, somebody new would come into the station as a reporter. Deborah was the first one there to kind of show them the ropes and teach them what to do. If they ever had a question about San Antonio, she would be the one to ask. And it's just, I really tell you what, this is a big loss for San Antonio TV news, but well-deserved for Deborah Knapp.
You know, the fact that she's been on TV here almost 50 years, the fact that she's 70 still blows me away because she looks younger than you.
She does,
she acts
She's
younger.
beautiful. Are you kidding me?
She's incredible. And, you know, I think about, and obviously television has changed so much. When you decided to retire, I was honestly a little surprised you did. But you go back to the days with, you know, Maru and Deborah Knapp and Albert Flores and Dan Cook, and then, you know, just that, the Greg Simmons of the world. I mean, so many people have left local TV, and I put on now, and I don't know most of these people, which is weird. I mean, you know, Don Harris obviously still doing everything over at News 4, and Chuck McIntyre on the sports side, and David Chancellor in mornings, but you even make the news today, Ryan Engel.
How about that?
Yeah, you're on a long list of Knapp, the latest of a number of local TV newscasters who have left airwaves over the past few years. Beamer, Jeff Brady, Delane Matthew, Mike Osterhage, Joe Reinagel, Ursula Perry.
Wow.
David Sears.
How about that?
Yeah.
You know, you seeing your name in print, it's like, wow.
Except for this isn't real print. It's still the internet, sir.
Well, it is print, right? I mean, it's...
No,
it's words on a page.
It's words on a page.
Okay, yeah.
But for you to be on that list is, you know, pretty cool.
No, I'm fortunate because a lot of people, you know, as well as anybody in this business, whether it's TV or radio, to go out on your own terms is always a blessing. And so I was able to do that. Fortunately, San Antonio Sports Star was here to take me in, entice. And it's been great, and I'm happy to be here. It's hard to believe that it's been, you know, over 3 years now since I left Ken's 5. But I tell you what, it's I'm very happy with the way things have turned out, and I love the people that listen and watch this show and that come out to the golf tournament and talk to us, and it's just fantastic.
And I love the fact that I think twice today somebody said, I watch you every night on TV.
I still get that from time to time.
They don't know that you've left Ken's.
I know. I still get that from time to time. I love you. I watch you every night. And I'm like, well, thank you. That's very kind of you. It's all right. It's all right. But this is a big loss for San Antonio TV with Deborah Knapp, but well deserved for her. And I wish her all the best. She is just she's a delight. and I don't know how else to describe it. She's an awesome person.
Well, and May 21st. That will certainly help the Ken's 5 May ratings.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, I think the date was strategic.
The May book, well, if you notice, those retirements typically happen during a ratings book period. Mine was in February.
Yep.
And so,
because you tried to quit earlier, like, can you stick around?
Can you stick around through the book?
All the promos about Ryan Eagles. And you were working double duty. You were leaving the radio show and going straight to do the 10 o'clock over at Ken's there for a while.
Grabbing Dairy Queen tacos on the way.
Well, your life really has improved since you left television.
Right. Oh, man. Deborah, wish you all the best. All the best. And thank you for everything you've done.
When you think about TV newscasters in San Antonio, and whether it's sports or just anybody that's on local television now, and this might be a good question on YouTube. Well, you got Bill Taylor, you got Chuck, you got Don, Steve Spreester. Those are kind of the old mainstays now. Everybody else feels so new.
You got Sarah Fergani over at Ken's 5, who's been on the airways for a while. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a different business. And, you see the changes. As I was there, you saw the changes from the Dan Cook, Chris Maru, Albert Flores days. Things just changed, and it was a whole different ballgame. Used to be San Antonio it was a goal to get to San Antonio. You'd work in Corpus, Laredo, or wherever to get to San Antonio. And then San Antonio kind of turned into the stepping stone itself to get a job in Houston or Dallas or somewhere bigger like that. So
it'll be interesting. And although a lot of people used to come here and then stay because they love the cost of living and the way they were treated. And, it's just a great city to work in the media business because not a lot of towns have that kind of longevity.
I had opportunities to leave, and I never did. I just never felt like the offer or the place I was going was any better than San Antonio. So I always decided to stay.
And even Deborah at one point went to Philadelphia.
Yep, she did.
And as soon as that contract was up, she came right back. Maru took off somewhere too, didn't he? And then came back.
I believe he did. Yeah. So
wild times.
Congrats. Well, Deborah went to Philadelphia, so I mean, do you blame her?
No.
I would have wanted to get back as soon as I could too.
Exactly. This big market. It's cold here.
Yeah.
Weather sucks. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star at the Hangar Bar on a Potranco Road, or golf tournament after party. You didn't even have to play in the golf tournament to come hang out with us here at the Hangar. We are here until 6 o'clock tonight. Then we get to start drinking. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, you need your logo on any gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. Had a couple of groups at our golf tournament today. They were all wearing shirts with their company logo on it, and they told me, we got these made at Sammy's Embroidery because you talk about them. And, that's what Sam does. If you need your logo on any kind of gear, go see Sam. He's got a spring line on display right now. So if you need that logo on a nice golf shirt, a fishing shirt, you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. He has over 25,000 caps on display right now in his showroom waiting for your logo in about 75 different color combinations. So if you need caps, go see Sam. He's got all the popular cap brands in stock, including the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from all kinds of industries. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sam has all the big name brands. He's the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. No order too big, certainly no order too small. All items do come with a warranty. So call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
Your marriage is over. You know it. Your friends know it. Take back control now with Barton & Associates, an aggressive, no-nonsense team of attorneys ready to fight for what you deserve. Contact us today at TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
When it comes to vaccines, it's important to get the facts. The City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District understands that keeping your child safe is your top priority. Vaccines are safe and can help your child's immune system fight harmful germs. They protect against serious diseases and can even save lives. Because when it comes to your child's health, it's time to get real about vaccines and get the facts. Learn more at sa.gov/health. sa.gov/health.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Don't miss the official after party for the San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament today. Only at the Hangar Potranco, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. Join us live 2 to 6 p.m. Hangar Potranco. Good vibes, better food, best friends.
Missions fans, level up your Tuesdays with AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Unlock $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Don't miss this high score deal. First pitch is 7:05 p.m. Grab your tickets now at samissions.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys have started their offseason program, voluntary workouts, but Micah Parsons is there. Of course, he's going into the final year of his rookie contract and has had ongoing contract discussions this offseason. By the way, they're serving crawfish at the Star today for the players. I saw that. That's pretty nice. Mike Budenholzer, he's out of a job today. The Phoenix Suns fired the former Spurs assistant.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You can always subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix, live on this Monday afternoon at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco Road, our official golf tournament after party. People are coming in, and well, they're still thirsty.
Still thirsty, but you know what else they're doing? They're signing up to win that Flight by Yingling golf bag that I see sitting right there.
I believe that's my golf bag.
And it was actually, it's actually got radio experience.
Yeah, it does.
Filled in for you on Friday.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It was very good.
Did you let it get a word in?
No, well, not really,
so
but
it's normal.
He agreed with everything I said.
Oh,
everything I said.
That's not normal.
I know. Obviously, that bag's a little smarter than you are.
No, that bag can't be that smart, Dad. I mean, good Lord. How was Friday with John O'Hurley?
Interesting. Very interesting. The guy is he's fascinating, actually.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's had quite the life, this guy. He's done it all. And plus, he's got the best voice I've ever heard in my life.
And now you can see he's done radio with Reinagle.
Radio with, yes, he put that on the resume.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That won't get, but we raised a lot of money for the Puppy Food Bank on Friday, which was great. I was out of town going to that Cross-Canadian Ragweed show that I had planned long before we planned that. That's a fun day at the radio station when we're doing fun things like that. Like today, doing a golf tournament. It's fun to get out and do things that all help a great cause. Today's golf tournament benefiting the Pan American Golf Association and their junior golf programs. And it's just fun to get out and do stuff like that. Now, we're at the Hangar on Potranco for the after party, but even if you didn't play in the golf tournament, you're in the area, come hang out with us. Lots of free prizes to win, and Beer Santa is picking up the tab.
He is. I see buckets of Flight by Yingling all over the place, just ready for you to come and open them up and drink them. And it's not going to cost you a dime. Plus, you can register to win that golf bag. There's other cool prizes over here that Flight by Yingling's got, because that's what Beer Santa does. He brings out the good stuff for you to take home.
Absolutely. Because they don't want to take it back.
No.
They don't want to take it back.
No.
So, and again, our golf tournament today, when we do our fall golf tournament, sign up.
Oh, no kidding.
Don't wait. The number of messages I got over the weekend, are you guys really full? Anybody drop out? I'm at a ragweed show. Last thing I want to do is, respond to that. It's like, oh, sorry, dude, we're sold out. But it is one of those events. And if you just want to see some examples of what you're missing, go to the social medias at SA Sports Star on Instagram. The stories, you're glad they're only going to be up there for about 24 hours. At Joe Reining 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star has the most because Pledge puts those together. It doesn't tag, so I can't reshare all of them because it doesn't tag us in all of them. But you'll understand many of the reasons why you want to sign up in our golf tournament. Oh, there was a dude out there today that just had ACL surgery. All he could do was putt, but he was like, I'm not missing this tournament.
That's what he said. He said his team said, do you want to cancel? And he says, absolutely not. I'm not missing this golf tournament. So it's fantastic, dude. I'm telling you. And it's that much fun. And I sincerely believe that this might have been the best since I've been here. Now, this is only I don't know. I can't do the math. I've been here for a few.
5 or 6
fall
probably.
and spring. But this one to me might have been the best.
Well, it's actually because you hit the ball the best today in front of people.
I did.
Yeah.
I was good.
You were showing off today.
Yeah.
You were showing off.
Maybe Pledge will stop ducking me now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to go out Saturday and figure that out.
Yeah. We'll see. Pledge has been ducking me for a long time.
Dude, it's Monday.
Pledge has a tea time set for Saturday. So you've got 4 days to come up with an excuse.
I got no excuse. I'll be there. I will be there.
Until you say, oh, Maggie had this planned and I forgot we were going to go shopping for cushions.
No, you know what Maggie's got planned, which makes it a perfect day, and I knew she had something. She's throwing a little baby shower for my daughter, Casey.
Oh, so you're happy to get out.
I am not getting anywhere near that thing, so yes.
What color smoke?
You were... Yeah, it's a baby shower. We already know.
Yeah, we already know that the blue smoke came out. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I thought if there was anybody I could talk into doing that, it'd be Casey. She wouldn't do it.
Well, first off, the fact that you would want your daughter to do that.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of things out there, and all you could say is that's somebody else's daughter. Your daughter does not want to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, if you don't know what we're talking about, I saw a video, I don't know, several years ago, these baby reveals and gender reveals, and I'm not a fan of them at all. I really, but this particular person, this woman, put blue smoke in her behind and farted. And so the blue smoke came out, so that's how you knew that it was a boy. Dude, I thought that was genius.
Well, you're like a fifth grader when somebody farts, you laugh.
Well, I do. Everybody laughs at that.
I've known your daughter, Casey, for a long time. Ain't no way in hell she would fart like that in public.
Yeah, maybe not in public.
Not with a bunch of people there. There's just no way.
I just thought that was genius, and because I think these baby reveals are ridiculous.
Well, they are ridiculous.
Gender reveal.
Yeah, whatever.
They're ridiculous.
They are.
I mean, honestly. So, and then nobody has a creative way to do it, except that was creative as hell.
Well, there's a lot of creative ways of doing it, except they're all lame. And so is that one. And there's no way that Casey would have done that.
Well, I just thought maybe her.
How much money did you offer her to do it?
I didn't offer her any money.
There you go.
I could get.
I mean, no. If there had been dollars involved, maybe a new car. She might have given it some consideration.
Well, it's not that genius. Okay, I'm not doing that.
But she's not
buying her a new car.
She's not going to fart for free to entertain her dad.
She should have. That would have been hilarious.
Pledge wants to know, gender reveal or livers? What do you hate more?
Well, they're both on the same level. I'll tell you that. It's close. I'm not sure if I can rank those differently. They're both on the same level. But I know everybody, people out there listening, probably, I love gender reveals. I love them. They're fantastic. I'm going to one this weekend. And it's like, just do it the old-fashioned way.
So you're doing a baby shower on Saturday?
I'm not. Maggie is doing it.
Have you been told you've got to make some brisket or ribs or something for it? You're not cooking?
I'm not. No, all right. I'm not doing any of that.
I mean, because I could see the excuse coming, man. I don't want to go, but now I have to.
Dude, I will be
smoke
there.
Some meat.
So now you know if there's anything that happens, you'll know I'm telling you a lie because I just told you the truth. So I'm getting the hell out of the house.
It's Monday.
So
the truth can change by Thursday.
It is a perfect day to get the hell out of the house and go play golf.
Every man right now understands the truth on Monday might be different on Saturday.
No, Maggie's already on board with that. She's fine with it. I already told her we're going to play golf. And this is all great.
So you've asked and you've got the permission slip.
No permission
slip. Do I need to text and
look, I was going to have to leave the house anyway. I'm staying there with a bunch of hens running around with a baby thing, right? So I'm got to leave anyway. So I might as well go play golf. It's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
God, he's not playing on Saturday, is he?
He's so going to bail.
No, dude, I'm there.
He's so going to bail.
I'm there. If you're scared, Pledge, let me know.
And the amount of crap.
It's fine.
Dude, Pledge is going to show up like he did last time. Meet some chick at the Rue Pub, go to her house.
Get a rug burn?
And whatever. And he's going to show up at the course. Maybe he's still wearing his Friday night clothes, unshowered, but ready to kick your ass on the golf course like he did last time.
Well, bring it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So can't wait. In fact, after seeing the Golf Club of Texas today, that golf course is in excellent shape, man.
That it is.
Wow.
That it is. Coming up, so much to talk about with the NBA playoffs, the play-in games starting tomorrow, and Rory is your Masters champion. Let's talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Spurs not in the playoffs. Their season is officially over. Play-in start tomorrow. You want to make the games more exciting? Make sure you're playing with Underdog, and they've got some incredible promos for the playoffs. Their extender promo, with the extender, you can play your way to increasingly bigger boosts each round of the playoffs. So start a playoff series by using your Game 1 boost and continue boosting each subsequent game to unlock the next one. The longer the series, the bigger the boost. Whether your entry wins or loses, the boost is going to increase every time. Underdog is the leading place to make all your sports picks, and you can play now in Texas, one of the leading sports apps out there, over 100,000 five-star reviews. So download the Underdog app, sign up with my promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. That's promo code STAR at Underdog.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Folks, right now is the ideal time to get ready for the summer season with the Quarter Moon AC $58.99 preseason special. It's a real home run. You'll have your AC ready before the summer heat hits. We'll inspect your AC's indoor and outdoor coils, filters, temperature levels, and make sure you're ready for the summer heat, all just for $58.99. So when your AC is warming up, Quarter Moon comes in like a heavy hitter.
Hey, batter, I'm going to give it some heat.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. It's our official golf tournament after party, and Beer Santa with his worst idea of the day.
That is a great idea.
Well, because obviously,
great idea.
Obviously, Beer Santa doesn't want to give this stuff away. He just said the next guy that walks in with a white belt gets a Kanga cooler for free.
Wearing it.
You
can't just walk in. You got to be wearing it.
Well, who just rolls around with a white belt and not wears it?
Well, it's the guys that because from what I heard just a few minutes ago, there were still some people strolling in out at the Golf Club of Texas. So getting over here to the after party, I know there's a lot of people headed this way. So next person to walk through the door with a white belt, wearing a white belt, will get a Kanga cooler. And I'm telling you what, those things are fantastic.
Oh, you're going to get another one because ain't nobody, I don't think anybody's going to walk in with
that's
a white
challenge, everybody listening.
I just don't. I mean,
challenge.
They don't even sell white belt. Renee, don't undo your belt, sir. You're in public. You're in public. That'll get you arrested. There's some things you just can't unsee.
Yeah.
Glad that wasn't on our YouTube feed.
Justin Guerrero, I gave him an extra beer today because he had a white belt on. Justin, if you're still wearing the white belt, buddy, a Kanga cooler is all yours. All you have to do is walk through the door.
Well, I mean, it's possible. Is that the one you got down on your knees and signed?
No, it's not. I didn't get on my knees for anybody. I don't do that. Get on my knees. I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah. See, that's what happens, everybody, when you're listening, because you come to an after party after a golf tournament, the lies just flow out. That's what happens. Yes.
We get to suck on that all week.
Yeah.
Stop.
I want me some glory hole. I can't see the thing because I got a pole that's staring at me.
I mean, there might be video that I will not release.
Yeah, you can release it because there's not video. But go ahead, release it. I've got no issue with that because there's not any.
Well, I just know that we're not going to give away a Kanga cooler. I know that because ain't nobody walking into a public place, a nice establishment like the Hangar in a white belt. It's one thing to wear it on the golf course. And again, we were talking about.
I got mine on.
So respectable people. We were talking to Bola Hugh, who runs the Golf Club of Texas. He does not sell white belts in a gift shop because nobody will buy them.
There was actually a white belt in the pro shop today. It was in there. I saw it hanging there. What I wanted him to do and what he should do, because he's a smart guy, is you put a display up.
He's a smart business guy. They display what sells.
You put a nice display up, and that thing be gone in no time.
Kind of like Ohio State's championship trophy. J.D. Vance, I guess the Buckeyes at the White House today, and they meet with Vice President J.D. Vance, who picked up the trophy. Didn't realize that whole thing comes apart, and he dropped it.
He dropped it.
Fumble!
Well, one of the players caught the gold top part of it.
Yeah.
And it was the bottom wooden part. I don't know if it's got a ding in it.
I mean, look, Vice President can break the trophy. You were telling a story, I guess, back in your TV days at Penn's, they had the championship trophy when it was the crystal ball at the TV station, and somebody there didn't know that that crystal wasn't attached. And good thing that trophy handlers have good hands.
Well, I tell you what, they were scared to death too, because that whole thing's just crystal, right? It would have shattered all over the place. and they caught that ball. The director just needed to move the trophy a little bit out of the way of a shot or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but as he moved it, that ball just went down, and the guy was right there because they wear like white gloves with those things, right? So he caught the ball, and after he pooped himself, he put it back on there, and everything was okay. But it was crazy.
Yeah. Now, first off, I blame the trophy people. How did somebody not prep the vice president on how to handle the trophy today?
That's good.
Same thing when it was at Ken's.
Good
right?
question.
I mean, like the guy that rolls around with the Stanley Cup and always has white gloves. He will, when you're around the Stanley Cup, which is, the holy grail of all trophies, that how you can hold it, take your pictures, but you cannot hoist that trophy above your head. That guy will kill you before you do that. Because only a champion can hoist the trophy above that, and everybody knows that, and he makes sure and tells you. If parts of that came apart, they would probably tell you. So somebody didn't prep the vice president well enough today, although it is quite the blunder.
It's funny video. That's for sure. If you haven't seen the video, check it out because it is funny video. And, I don't care who you are, vice president or an average Joe. You do that and your stomach falls out, basically. You just say, oh, my gosh, what have I done?
Well, he dropped the base of the trophy, totally fumbled it, but he picked it right up. And you're right, the guys behind him with good hands, then they put it back together and everybody had a good laugh. The idea, though, and you look at trophies, like the Masters trophy, the Butler Cabin trophy.
Yes.
And I don't know if that thing comes apart or not. Who knows?
I don't know.
And some of the trophies are so ridiculously big, you can't carry them or pick them up. Like at the Valero Texas Open, that is a massive trophy. But let's talk about the Masters and the fact that Rory can now take that trophy or the replica version they actually give to the player and put that in his trophy case. He can finally fill that spot. Now has the career Grand Slam.
Wow, I tell you what, it was a fantastic day yesterday for Rory McIlroy, and weekend for that matter. The guy, I don't know. Thursday he played 15 holes beautifully, and then made 2 double bogeys coming in. I think it was 2. Anyway, he finishes even par. So 2 great rounds on Friday and Saturday, and then he tried to poop the bed yesterday, but didn't happen. It was quite the Masters, no doubt.
When you look at it, and I watch the Masters, most of the majors, especially on a Sunday. You watch golf all the time, and I know prisoner of the moment. Was that the best Masters in the last decade? Was that maybe the best Masters since Tiger last won it when nobody thought he could win it? I'm trying to remember when the Masters had that kind of drama on the back nine. And I'm sure it's there, and I'm not a diehard enough golf fan to go, oh, yeah, remember 2019 or 2017 or whatever. But I can't remember watching a roller coaster like that. I remember some choke jobs, but for him to choke and then Heimlich maneuver to come back and win was just incredible.
Well, it was. I mean, I think every Masters has its own drama, but you could be right, and that's certainly got to be up there. I go way back. 1986, Minix.
Okay.
Jack Nicklaus became the oldest player to win the Masters at the age of 46. And at that huge, I'm a huge Jack Nicklaus fan, always have been. And so I remember watching that intently and watching Jack win that golf tournament, and it was phenomenal. So I don't know, but each Masters has its own story, and that one yesterday was certainly that. And to see the emotion of it, to see the competitive reaction that Rory McIlroy had when he finally got the elusive Masters trophy, it was just fantastic. And if sports fan or not, if that doesn't bring a little lump to your throat or tear to your eye, I don't know if you had a heart in your chest.
Even if you aren't a golf fan and you were watching, you had to be captured by what you were seeing in the real raw emotion from Rory. And by all accounts, a lot of you were watching. CBS says the final round of the Masters drew 12.7 million viewers.
Wow.
Up 33% from 2024, and the most watched since 2018.
Wow.
The number peaked at an insane 19.5 million people. You go back 25 years, it would rank 14th overall, but among the strongest without Tiger Woods.
Interesting. Yeah, because, I mean, look, Tiger had captivated us all, right, when he was in his prime and dominating everybody the way that he did. I mean, it's just to see the things that guy could do was just incredible. So, yeah, everybody watched. But I like that, and it makes me think a couple of things, Jason. The fact that the evil guys were there, I think, helps because you had the best golfers in the world. I think that's part of it. And I think part of it, too, is a Rory McIlroy. I think people were genuinely pulling for this guy to finally get over that hump, and he did.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Now, according to the Masters, led by the Masters, Paramount Plus on Sunday registered its largest non-NFL sports day ever, most streamed golf event ever for Paramount Plus, with triple-digit viewership growth versus last year. Now, that's just on Paramount Plus, so all the digital numbers, because that's new. And this is on Nielsen's Fast Nationals without the home data, so that will increase the number when all the numbers come rolling in. So the early numbers, they know they blew it out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, and why not? And again, I'm at an airport bar in Dallas yesterday watching the end of this thing, and people outside of the bar who didn't want to come in, I guess, and pay high prices for drinks, were standing outside, but they could still see the monitor. You could hear them cheering. The people inside the bar, sitting next to a dude I'd never seen before, and we were talking and amazed by what was going on and what was happening. And so I just think it just captivated everybody. It was one of those things, whether you like golf or not, there was a lot of drama there that it took you in, and you couldn't turn away from it.
Well, I know I started watching at the airport in Oklahoma City, get on the Southwest flight. It's an hour flight, and felt like every other person was watching the Masters on their phone, on their pad, whatever. And you could tell the delay a little bit because you could hear gas throughout the plane on certain shots and people's reactions. But also on our flight. Now, the TV was working. I'm not really sure how this works. Thank God for technology. But the internet wasn't working, but the TV was. And the pilot said, I could restart the router, but that would kill the TV. Or we can go without internet. And he said, I'm not going to restart it and go about 10 minutes while the Masters is on. Now, I don't know if he was doing that for us or for him while he was flying. But
because he was probably watching it too.
Well, I mean, who knows? Right. And how the internet's not working, but the TV is.
No clue.
I've been on flights like that, and I was like, oh, we can check Twitter later. Just don't screw with the TV right now, because have you ever been on a plane when they reset the router? It takes too long.
It's horrible too, but the things you get used to, right? On the flight, because we had to go. We left Friday night. Had to go to Houston. We pick up Courtney, our daughter, and then we fly to St. Louis. Well, that airplane from Houston to St. Louis had had nothing.
Oh,
no TV, no internet, no nothing.
Oh,
and it was
what
just like,
did you do?
I played solitaire. I turned into Greg Shelton. I mean, I'm playing solitaire. So
you say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, I mean, when that's all you do every day.
I'm just always amazed when you bitch about no TV or internet in an airplane. You're in a metal tube, 35,000 feet in the air.
It's pretty amazing. But, they spoil us. That's what happens.
Did they have cold drinks?
They did have that, so that was fine.
All right. So you were fine.
I was okay.
I mean, you could have just had a conversation.
I could have. But, in that situation, because we picked up Courtney, well, they're yakking, right? So I was like, I wasn't even there until it was time to pay for the drinks, and then I was there all of a sudden.
That's your role in life, sir.
It is.
Reach for the wallet, yes, dear.
Yes,
dear. Yes, dear. The NBA regular season is over. The Spurs are done. Let's talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz, live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our golf tournament after party. Here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's play-in day. We'll get you ready. And we'll recap how the golf went out of the Golf Club of Texas. All that, plenty more. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Oh, wow, honey, I love it. It's so beautiful and so sparkly.
Just like you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
I'll wear it every day. It goes with everything.
This Mother's Day, wow Mom with spirit-lifting, outfit-making, express your love jewelry. Shop jtv.com/mom for wow-worthy and budget-friendly styles.
I'm never taking it off.
Another wow factor? Sign up for JTV Text and get $30 off. If she loves jewelry, she'll love JTV.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
Bring spring to your door with Target Circle 360. Get all you need for Easter hosting, spring get-togethers, and more with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. From Easter basket goodies to fresh florals, getting everything the same day is easy. Open the Target app and bring the magic of the season to your door with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. Visit target.com/circle or the Target app for more details. Subscription required. Same-day delivery is subject to terms. Applies to orders over $35.
When it comes to vaccines, it's important to get the facts. The City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District understands that keeping your child safe is your top priority. Vaccines are safe and can help your child's immune system fight harmful germs. They protect against serious diseases and can even save lives. Because when it comes to your child's health, it's time to get real about vaccines and get the facts. Learn more at sa.gov/health. sa.gov/health.
Did you know that 70% of divorces are filed by women? She's already thinking about it. I urge you, do not get caught off guard. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. Divorce is tough. It's emotional, challenging, and can upend everything you've worked hard for. But here's the truth. You have a choice. You can either let your spouse dictate the terms, or you can take control and protect your financial future. At Barton & Associates, this isn't just about getting through the process. It's about protecting what you've built, securing your assets, and ensuring you have the resources to move forward with confidence. You've worked hard for everything you have, and we're here to help safeguard it and avoid unnecessary losses. If you're serious about protecting yourself through the divorce process and securing your future, Barton & Associates is the team you need by your side. Call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5 million. or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our official golf tournament after party. And I thought Renee had a bad idea, Beer Santa. It gave away a cooler, said, I'll give away one of these cool Kanga coolers to the next dude that walks in a white belt.
And sure as hell,
damn it, we gave one away.
We got two.
And then another dude walks in. He's also got a white belt, although it looks like he just stopped and bought it from someplace over there.
No, he had it on.
There's 3 people in here now with a white belt. And that guy got a T-shirt.
It's a movement, dude. I'm telling you, you can't stop it.
A bowel movement, maybe.
You can't stop it.
See, now I feel like I need to go on Amazon and buy a white belt for our golf game on.
You do
on Saturday.
Dude, you might as well join the club. I mean,
Pledge, you have a white belt?
Of course, I have a white belt.
See that? So you're going to be left out if you don't have a white belt.
But I don't have white golf shoes.
Doesn't matter, Minix.
Well, I thought you said the rule is whatever your shoes are is what your belt needs to be.
Well, it is.
I mean, there are rules to
with
these
you,
things.
dude. You break so many fashion rules, it's unbelievable anyway. So it really doesn't matter.
I don't know that is actually true. The fashion rules. All right. I don't know what those are.
Nobody, I know. That's my point exactly.
So I'm not breaking rules. I mean, I typically will wear a blue or a black shirt. I got gray shorts on.
Dude,
black belt, black shoes.
You are the regular guy look in Rodney Dangerfield's movie. What was that? Easy Money?
Easy Money.
Yeah, you're
early
the,
80s. My cousin was in that movie.
You're the regular guy.
Yeah, I am.
That he was talking about.
Well, yeah. And our wardrobe is basically the same. a lot of golf shirts. You have a little bit more color than I do. But that's about it.
That's hilarious.
What the hell is Greg Shelton doing, throwing things at people?
I don't know.
He just threw
He's gone crazy.
So we had these little golf balls that are actual mint containers from the Reynoso agency. Great Farmers Insurance, Natasha Reynoso. And these little golf balls, you open them up and it had mints in them.
Yeah.
And Reinagle was being nice to Greg, saying, "Here, Greg, have a mint."
I wasn't being nice.
Do you need one? Yes, you do.
Yes.
You were being nice, and so Reynoso Insurance, they always got you covered. They were trying to cover Greg, and he ate all the mints that were in there. There was a lot.
Yes,
he gave one, but he ate the whole thing. But now he's throwing the little golf ball around at people at the bar.
See, he's. I mean, it's been a long day for Greg because he had to get up with the morning huddle guys.
And he didn't brush his teeth apparently. It was too early.
Well, even if he did, dude, that was a long time ago. There's no telling what he's put in his mouth since then.
Whoa.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. So now he's throwing the golf balls. By the way, Reynoso Agency, they gave away a Blackstone today.
I know. I haven't. My phone hasn't rung.
No, I got a message. A guy named Roger won.
Oh man,
the Blackstone. Not you,
Roger.
That's
not Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
He won the Blackstone.
All right.
You never know what's going to happen at our golf tournament.
Dude, I tell you what, there were a lot of giveaways out there. Beer Santa was leading the charge, but everybody had something to give away. And we had a lot of folks out there, including the Hangar Bar out there, just treating folks to some nice cold drinks.
Absolutely. Nobody was thirsty.
No.
I don't think anybody was hungry. And look, the party continues here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. And even if you didn't play in the golf tournament, you can come hang out with us here. And lots of free prizes to win. And if you want a cold beer, all you got to do is walk right in. There's a lady, lovely lady, that will hand you one as soon as you walk in. A nice ice cold Flight by Yingling. There are buckets all over the place.
Dude, that is like, that's like every bar should do that. Have a nice, attractive young lady standing at the door with a bucket of beer. You walk in, it's like, here, welcome.
Yes. Just don't wear a white belt. We've met our white belt quota.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's fantastic. I love how this is taking off. It's taking off. Soon, every person will own a white belt.
Not Greg Shelton.
Well, not Greg Shelton.
He won't do it.
I'm not sure I want him
spite.
to own one anyway.
Well,
so.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The NBA regular season ended yesterday, so the play-in is set. I got to tell you, 7 straight years without being in the playoffs sucks.
It does.
And it hit me over the weekend more than I thought it would, being in Oklahoma City. Now, Friday night, we landed and we drove straight out to Stillwater. But even out in Stilly, as they call it.
Stilly, huh? Stilly.
The amount of Oklahoma City Thunder gear when you're driving, Oklahoma City to Stillwater is about an hour. And everywhere, a little town, like I'm trying to remember names, like Guthrie.
Okay.
Langston University is in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, as you're driving out to Stillwater. The amount of flags in front of buildings and whatnot for the Thunder in Oklahoma City, being in Bricktown yesterday or Saturday at a bar, and then the casino. Now, the casino I was at, apparently the official casino of the Thunder. Wish we could have an official casino of anything in Texas.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But the idea that it just being there just gave me late 90s, early 2000 vibes of San Antonio, when everybody was so passionate about their basketball team and hoping for a championship run. And Oklahoma City is the 1 seed. I think they got a really good chance to win the trophy this year and make it to the NBA Finals. But it just reinforced for me how this offseason is so important for San Antonio, because I want that again. I miss that. I had basketball envy this weekend in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I miss it too. I really do. And I don't think we're that far away from it, honestly. If Spurs do what I think they're going to do this offseason, I think they're going to continue their aggressive nature, just like they did with De'Aaron Fox. Brilliant move by the Spurs front office. And I think they'll continue that. Good draft pick, a trade or two perhaps, and I think we're back sooner rather than later.
Now you look at the playoffs. We get the play-in stuff that starts tomorrow night. 2 games tomorrow night on the play-in schedule: Atlanta, Orlando, and Golden State, Memphis. Then on Wednesday, Miami, Chicago, Sacramento, Dallas, and whoever gets in. I don't know if any of those teams, maybe Golden State, that could make a run. But when you look at some of the first-round matchups, it should be a fun playoff series. When you look at the 4-5 in the West, the Nuggets and Clippers. Now, the Clippers, they've got a chance, if everybody plays, of making a deep run. But you can't rely on their best player, right? I mean, to think that dude's going to play every game from now until June, that just isn't going to happen. Lakers Timberwolves could be an interesting matchup. The 3-6 matchup, Lakers end up with the 3 seed. We'll see. We got to see who Oklahoma City will get in the first round. Same with the 2-seeded Houston Rockets. But Nuggets Clippers, holy crap, that's going to be a good series.
Yeah, that should be a good series. But I'm with you when it comes to the Clippers. You got James Harden, who is 93?
Give or take.
And then number 2, who is there's no way he plays all the games that they're going to have to play. He's just not built for it. And if I was a betting man, and I am, I would bet that he won't. So, but the Clippers are a dangerous team, I think. I believe Golden State's got a shot too. I think they'll dispatch Memphis without a problem. They could be considered, but I think the Lakers, if you're looking for anybody in the West I think the Lakers are the team that you might have to, if LeBron's healthy and Luka plays the way Luka can play, they've got some players that I think they could be dangerous.
Well, and again, going against the Timberwolves, who might be the surprise disappointment team of the year based on would they take a next step after the success they had last year. Remember, Luka played defense in that series with the Mavericks last year when they knocked off Minnesota. Will he be able to do that again? Nuggets and Clippers, either one of those teams. I mean, I don't know right now who I would pick in that series because I think either one could go. But that one looks like it could go the distance. I think the West playoffs could be a lot of fun. In the East, I mean, Cavs and Celts have, they're waiting for their opponents. I think as we sit right now, and I've been on this for a while, I think it's OKC and Boston in the NBA Finals. I don't know why I just still don't believe in Cleveland that they can make a run to the NBA Finals.
Well, Boston's tough, and that's certainly a good pick. I want to see Oklahoma City and Cleveland just to piss off ABC.
Wow.
Because that would not be a good matchup for ABC television-wise, I don't think. Although, I mean, geeks like us are going to watch it. Doesn't matter who's playing.
Sure.
But, yeah, I just look. They've been the two best teams all year long. And I would like to see those two teams. But in particular, I'd like to see Oklahoma City. Regardless of who they play, if it's Boston, so be it. I'd like to see Oklahoma City have some success. Again, they're playing the best. Their record is just unbelievable. And I would like to see them walk away with the trophy.
And when you look on the East, Pacers, Bucks in the first round, Knicks, Pistons, that one could be a fun series.
Could be, yeah.
But, I don't know. The East playoffs, at least early on, aren't doing much for me. The West matchups just look like they could all be incredible. This is going to be a fun NBA postseason, and I can't wait until San Antonio is back in that mix. Now, one of the teams that isn't in the postseason is the Phoenix Suns, a big-time surprise that Phoenix isn't in. Oh, wait. Let's call a timeout. What do we have?
There's the champions?
Wait, we've got some people. Let me see that. If you were in a golf tournament, apparently we had prizes. The first place team.
That's pretty cool.
A couple of dudes wearing Texas Tech gear and a white belt. And the white belt. Did you bring your pencil with you? I'm guessing your pencil had a lot to do with you winning a championship mug.
He's got a Tiger Woods hat on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Look at that. You got to live up to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, all these Texas Tech fans. How are you doing horns down? What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, that's the Longhorns just live in everybody's head, right? They're not even in the same conference anymore. Oh, the little brother walks in, horns down.
Well, I mean, that's what you're kind of required to do that if you go to any other school, isn't it? Or you're a fan of any other school. You have to do the horns down. Look, Texas Tech's in that Big 12. That's not even a real conference anymore, is it?
Dude, I've got a shirt at home that talks about my Big 12 championship Arizona State Sun Devils. So no.
Yeah, that's a lower conference.
I was a Big 12 guy for a long time, and now I'm an SEC type, and it's still a little weird getting used to.
No, it's weird getting used to. That's for sure. Big 12 still pretty good, but I mean, look, SEC and Big 10 are the kings of the mountain right now. Oh, that's just the way it is.
They are, but I was in both Big 12 and SEC country over the weekend. Being at Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy actually introduced cross-Canadian ragweed.
Oh, wow.
Got up on stage and delivered one of the worst intro speeches that you've ever heard.
Really?
Oh, it was typical.
I'm a man.
It was typical Oklahoma. You can't say the word genre. But it was cool seeing him there, and the fact that he got up there and introduced him.
Does he still have a mullet?
No.
No mullet?
No mullet.
All right.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
And man, that was 20 years ago. That's what's crazy.
I know it.
And then I went to a place yesterday for lunch called Bedlam Barbecue.
Uh-huh.
It was a little hard to eat in that place because all the tables had either OU or Oklahoma State. And my wife actually sat down at one table and I was like, I'm not sitting there, because it was a picture of Oklahoma running over a Longhorn, and I just refused to sit at that table. I couldn't do it. And there is a table in there, I believe, I don't know this for a fact, but I think the only person that could sit at that table is Barry Switzer. Because this place was packed, and it was all the shrine to Barry Switzer. Nobody sat there.
Why Barry Switzer?
Because he's a longtime Oklahoma coach.
I know,
he
but
still lives there. He still lives. It's Oklahoma.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
But that guy could run for mayor.
I'm sure he could.
I mean, this place is packed. There's table, and his name's on a seat, but figure if he walks in, he's got it. But do they always have it available for him? I don't know.
That would be kind of cool. You got to tell me again, though. Stillwater, what's it called?
Dilly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that's Kentucky.
Well, it's Oklahoma, too. It applies. It applies.
I got to say, I will admit, Stillwater was a lot of fun. That is a great college town. Now, granted, I didn't spend, 7-8 hours there, and I couldn't see you leaving there, and I'm glad I wasn't driving. But the downtown bar district, place called Eskimo Joe's, Stillwater was more fun than, say, Bricktown in Oklahoma City, which is a cool area, which, again, we talk about Project Marvel. We were at this outdoor beer garden place that had live music. The Masters was on Saturday afternoon. It was gorgeous, and their generic knockoff, pathetic version of our Riverwalk that they have in Oklahoma City, it is pathetic. It's a really bad knockoff. But that whole bar district, that whole Bricktown, all of it. My cousin was showing me pictures of what it used to be. And Oklahoma City, the Thunder get there, they build that arena, and what they've turned that area into, it's probably what city leaders thought would happen by what is now the Frost Bank Center that never did. And I know it's what they're going to force happen at Project Marvel. Because it was fun. That's a great area.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a great time. Fun event. The things I didn't think I'd say.
Well, I'm happy.
I can't say I'm in a hurry to go back to Oak City, but,
I've always enjoyed Oklahoma City, honestly. It's the only really place I've been in Oklahoma, but I used to go there, obviously, quite a bit with the Spurs. So Oklahoma City's not a bad town. They did a really poor job of trying to copy our Riverwalk.
Poor.
But other than that, it's not a bad spot.
No, it was growing up, because my grandparents lived in Duncan, Oklahoma, and we'd go up there for a week, but never in the other than driving through. I've not been there as an adult. Even weddings and stuff, you fly in, you go to that, and you get the hell out of there as quick as you can. I've never spent time there, but it was a good weekend. That is for sure.
Good.
And again, Spurs need to be back in the playoffs. Yes. How soon will they be back? Wemby talked yesterday for the first time since he got shut down for the season with that blood clot. We'll hear from Wemby coming up here on the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know me, you listen to this show enough, you know the Roo Pub is my go-to spot. Talking about the playoffs that are coming up, no better place to go watch than at the Roo with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. And when you go into the Roo Pub, go hungry. The food there is fantastic. They got the biggest and best wings in town. I love the fried shrimp. They got about 15 different burgers on the menu. The bison burger, the original Wemby burger is there. Pledge loves the salads there. They've got great appetizers. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Go to the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Wednesday, they have steak night. A great 12-ounce Minix ribeye with your potato and a salad for $19.95. And it is a great steak. Go check out the Roo Pub on Wednesday for steak night. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Made in America. Highest quality. That's Connecticut quality water softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com. And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Folks, right now is the ideal time to get ready for the summer season with the Quarter Moon AC $58.99 preseason special. It's a real home run. You'll have your AC ready before the summer heat hits. We'll inspect your AC's indoor and outdoor coils, filters, temperature levels, and make sure you're ready for the summer heat, all just for $58.99. So when your AC is warming up, Quarter Moon comes in like a heavy hitter.
Hey, batter, I'm going to give it some heat.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Phoenix Suns fired head coach Mike Budenholzer today. Bud lasted just one season in Phoenix. Third consecutive coach fired after just one season with the Phoenix Suns. Spurs season came to a close yesterday. They beat the Raptors, finished the season with a record of 34-48. Play-in tournament time in the NBA. Postseason gets underway tomorrow. Atlanta takes on Orlando. Memphis takes on Golden State.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as
Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You can always subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Better yet, come hang out with us. We're at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our golf tournament after party. And you didn't have to play in our tournament to come to the after party. Everybody is invited. Come see us. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on a glorious Monday afternoon.
That is a glorious day. It's been a good day all the way around. The golf tournament was a fantastic success. Everybody had a great time. Now a bunch of them are gathered here celebrating their Monday at the golf course.
Well, and again, it just makes the week that much better. And you could say if you need a reason to celebrate, the Spurs season is officially over. And I know the season started with high expectations, the stroke, and then Wemby getting shut down. And they weren't playing great when Wemby got shut down, but we only had 5 games with De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. So it looked like they were trying to make the moves to be a playoff team this year. Stuff happens, reasons, not excuses, that they don't even make the play-in this year. But you can start looking forward to next year. Now, at the regular season finale yesterday, Wemby was there, thought it was cool. He was in the lobby taking photos with fans and is a big part of it. And he talked to the media for the first time since he got shut down with that blood clot, which it was good to hear from him. And we saw him the other night at the Final Four, but nobody has really talked to him media-wise since February.
Well, that's true. It was good to hear from him. And the fact that he's seems to be doing well, and that's the main thing, right? And it looks like everything's going to be okay. When you talk to him, he was asked, Jason, what it was like finding out he had blood clots.
So at the time, I definitely didn't know, But looking back, I did feel a certain way, I mean, I wasn't in the best shape ever on the All-Star game. But, I mean, of course, it's something really hard. And I'm not going to lie and saying it's easy, but I am going to say, though, I was ready for it because it's part of my job to be ready for injuries and such. So, by no means it was easy to learn and to process that, but by no means I was not ready. I was. I think I did, and I'm still doing the best we can do, taking care of my body, trusting the incredible work of the medical staff. But it's. I think it's something that. I mean, I'm sure it's something that I'm going to use to grow up and get better.
It's interesting to hear him say he was ready for it, and I'm not sure. I don't know if are you ever ready to get news like that?
No, I as an athlete dealing with injury, you're always, I guess, and granted, that's not an injury, and I like to call what he's dealing with the no-see-um. If he hurt his knee, hurt his arm, something a little bit more typical, sprained an ankle, you have an idea of what that rehab is like. I do wonder, though, if he's heard enough Kawhi stories that he was very complimentary of trusting the medical staff. But as far as how do you rehab this, he was asked, what are you able to do right now?
So, I'm able to do like hard work, hard lifting, and also basketball work, but it's all very controlled and light. And even though sometimes I feel like I would like to do more, it's logical, medical direction. So I trust the process and I trust the medical staff.
Are you allowed to do any contact yet, or
no?
Not still? Do you have a sense what that timeline looks like when you might be able to do that?
Kind of course, but I mean it's all, as I said, we're taking our time, and I'm neither late or early, but it's a process, and there's definitely steps for me to reach before that.
Yeah, I hate steps.
Boy, he's got him. It's been brainwashed.
Well, I mean, look, he's not going to give you too much. He's not late or he's not early, so he must be right on schedule of where they need to be. And again, no reason to push him. Now, again, we found out about surgery through the French national team.
Right.
Is he on time to go play there? Because I know that's important to him. For me, I'd rather him not, but we've dealt with enough international players covering the Spurs for the last 25, 30 years that we understand the importance of playing for the national team. So if he's ready for that, as long as he's ready for training camp, because next year is a pivotal year for the Spurs organization and I think for Wemby. But one of the biggest questions is about Greg Popovich. And even Wemby talked about the uncertainty around Pop.
I mean, it's, I trust the organization. I trust Pop to make all he can to come back, to get his energy back. And I also trust Mitch to grow into that role. So it's, I think we're in good hands. We're supporting each other all throughout the organization. So I don't know. It's something I'm ready for anything, and I know the organization will do the good decisions.
I think that kind of, to me, it tells me a lot. I'm ready for anything. So I don't know if the players are as up in the air as everybody else is. Sounds like he is. Or maybe he knows already that Pop isn't coming back and he's ready for anything. And who's going to take over? I mean, I just think, I just hope that this comes to some sort of a conclusion one way or the other soon. And I'm thinking by weeks in.
This week?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I know several months ago, you and I both, I think, agree, Pop has earned the right to decide if he can continue coaching or if he's going to retire. By all accounts, he wants to continue coaching. The few statements that he has made while recovering from the stroke have indicated that he wants to come back and coach. There was talk around the All-Star break that he could actually come back and coach this year. And you wonder, with the Wemby diagnosis and getting shut down, if that was, there's no point, stay there, we'll finish out the year. But as you look at this offseason for San Antonio, with likely a high draft pick, money in free agency, Wemby going into year 3, you've acquired De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle's going to win Rookie of the Year. You've got a good core. It's time to move forward and be a serious playoff team next year. You can't go into the draft and offseason with Pop being in limbo, especially if you're a free agent. I mean, coaching does matter, and you look at a guy like Chris Paul came here to play for Pop. Now, obviously, stuff happened beyond anybody's control, but also I don't think that Pop is going to hold the organization hostage. You said earlier, and I agree with you, I wouldn't be surprised if a decision was made one way or the other. They just haven't made it public. But now that the regular season is over, this is when you would think a decision announcement would be made, especially when you look at available candidates that when we were talking about this around the All-Star break weren't candidates or even realistic candidates. But with Michael Malone available, with Taylor Jenkins available, if the Spurs are interested, they need to know, because those guys won't last on the free agent market very long. Somebody is going to hire both of those guys this year.
Absolutely. Look, the only thing that gives you a little bit of pause, I think Memphis has their guy. I think they fired Jenkins and they promoted one of his assistants, right? So, and I think they like that guy. So I think Memphis is probably going to be set. But you got a pretty good job there in Phoenix, that's for sure. You got a pretty good job there in Denver. We'll see what happens with that particular job. So, you're right. And those are the two hottest names on the board. And now Mike Budenholzer is available as well. You would think he'll probably get hired somewhere, you would think. It's you need to make that call. And I think fans deserve it. The players deserve it. And the front office deserves it. I mean, and so you can go into this draft knowing, is there going to be new leadership or is Pop going to be back at the helm? Either way, I think a decision needs to be made sooner rather than later.
And I could see Pop retiring as head coach, but maintaining his role as president of basketball operations.
Absolutely.
Or having some sort of emeritus title to where if he can't work 5, 6, 7 days a week in the hours that it takes, but he's still involved in decision-making process. I'm with it. There, clear direction from top down for this organization in this very pivotal offseason is important. Chris Rackley, 83, tweets in at Joe Reinagle 210 at Jason Minix. New slogan, F skipping steps. Time to win now.
I love that.
Yeah, go to Sammy's and put that on a T-shirt. I'm with you.
I'm with you too, and I think I'd get one of those shirts. I damn sure would, because I'm tired of the steps. We can't skip steps. It's time to go. The foundation has been laid. You've got your big three, if you will, and now you add pieces around those guys. Decide who you're going to keep, who's going to go, and how that's going to happen. But I expect a very aggressive offseason from this team, and I think they need to do it. They need to get it done. And I'm optimistic because of what they did with De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
Going out and getting that guy, I'm optimistic that they'll continue that journey. They're going to get a high draft pick, maybe the highest, who knows, because the Spurs are in the lottery. So you never know what's going to happen there. But, man, it's time to move this thing forward. It really is time. And I'm done playing the waiting game. And you know what? I think Victor Wembanyama's done. He can say all he wants. He's going into his third year, and they've been 2 subpar seasons. This guy's ready to win.
He is ready to win. Again, says all the right things. Talked about how he was able to stay positive while sitting out.
I think it's all about perspective. All the attention I got from the incredible people here, incredible at their jobs, incredible persons too. From my visits to the hospital and such, I think I got as good as a care as you can get as a patient. So I'm looking back, I'm really lucky. This happens, but all of us in that room, all of us in the league, we do with what we get. We do with what we're blessed with, and I'm still in the 1% luckiest people. So I got nothing to complain about, and it's a really slight setback.
A slight setback, and he's right. He's a 1%er, and he knows it.
Well, look, and you got to love the young man's attitude. I mean, sincerely. Yeah, he knows he's blessed. He's blessed with incredible talent to play the game of basketball. He's blessed with height, obviously, right, to help that process along the way. And he's with a good basketball team, and he's got a bright future in the NBA. Hopefully for a long time with the San Antonio Spurs, but either way, he's got a bright future in the NBA. So he is blessed. But so let's put a team around this guy that can win championships. All right, I just don't see what the holdup is anymore, honestly. And if somebody tells me skip steps or, in Pop we trust or whatever the heck they might say, dude, I'm time. If in Pop we trust means that they're going to go out and be aggressive and put some guys around this team and make it a contender, then in Pop we trust.
Well, and the reality is I think that the De'Aaron Fox move was an indication that they were going to do that this year, and stuff happens. Clot happens, and here we are ready for another offseason with no playoffs. 7 years. I'm done. I'm ready. I'm with you. I think we've taken all the steps. We're at the top of the staircase now. Now it's time to start sprinting towards the postseason, and that starts now. You need to sprint over here to the Hangar Bar on Potranco. We've got 45 more minutes on the air than we get to start drinking beer and play catch-up with all the people that are here. You could be a part of it. We've got great prizes to give away. And our promotions guy, Nick Trey, who's done a hell of a job in planning and executing our golf tournament, he has walked in. He was handed a beer, and I haven't seen a beer disappear faster. And also, I know Nick Trey has Fiesta medals in his pocket.
Whoa, he does.
Yeah, don't tell him, but if you ask him, he might give you one.
He might give you a Fiesta medal.
Come hang out with us here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. Right now, we've got a $50 gift card to give away to Mellow Mushroom on this Mellow Monday. Yep, $50 gift card. All you have to do is be caller number 11 right now. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. We're going caller 11 to celebrate Micah Parsons showing up for voluntary work activities today. Let's talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First, though, we got to talk about Stevens Roofing. I love talking about Stevens Roofing, family-owned company, locally based company. And look, we're in the middle of spring here in San Antonio, Central and South Texas, and you know what that means. Out of nowhere, a thunderstorm can pop up. Hail, wind, lightning, rain, all of that kind of stuff can happen. You need to make sure that your roof is going to hold up when those things happen. It's an easy way to do that. You call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They will send a crew out for a free, no-obligation roof inspection. And whether you need a new roof, a minor repair, or just confirmation that your roof is A-OK, they're going to give you that peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Stevens Roofing has been in business here in San Antonio for so long time. You know they're doing it right. You don't stay in business that long if you're not doing it right. Stevens Roofing and Solar is the only name and number you need to know when it comes to your roof. 210-785-0994. Why don't you give them a call and do it today? Let that peace of mind come rolling in that everything's okay. The number again for Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994.
Take advantage of pre-tariff pricing during Truck Month at North Park Chevrolet. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on new Silverado 1500s. A new Colorado Crew Cab posted at $29,999. $5,000 off MSRP on a new Equinox. 4.8% financing for 84 months on new Tahoes and Suburbans. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
If you've been waiting and waiting to get your eyes taken care of, tired of wearing those glasses, tired of wearing those contacts, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to get it done. At Manrique Custom Vision Center, Dr. Manrique prides himself in getting you out of those glasses or contacts with his blade and pain-free LASIK, which is totally safe and comfortable. It will give you the best possible vision, and you can throw out the glasses and contacts. They've got over 25 years of experience, and they've done over 72,000 laser vision corrections. They offer financing to all with up to 36 months interest-free. Give them a call today to set it up. 210-354-2020. Come and see the Manrique difference for yourself. Every patient benefits from a customized vision plan that they bring to life with state-of-the-art technology, a variety of options to help make your treatment an investment you can afford, and the right people. Change your vision, change your life today. It's Manrique, 210-354-2020.
Your marriage is over. You know it. Your friends know it. Take back control now with Barton & Associates, an aggressive, no-nonsense team of attorneys ready to fight for what you deserve. Contact us today at TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Hey, San Antonio, multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
San Antonio is Aggie country. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Always good to hear from Andrew Monaco. We are the home of the Aggies. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're at the Hangar Bar and Grill. All Renee needs is a poll. Beer Santa's got the free beer. He needs to stop dancing, though. Come hang out with us here.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
He is having a really, really good time.
You walk into the Hangar Bar, Minix, and you get a show.
Yeah.
Free beer and a show.
Free beer and a show, and you might even get a Fiesta medal. I'm showing it on our YouTube channel right now. For those of you that don't believe me, we haven't done a Fiesta medal since, 2017.
That's pretty nice.
2018.
Look at that.
So if you come by the Hangar and you find Nick Trey, you could end up with a Fiesta medal.
All you have to do is ask?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So not only you get a free beer and a show, possibly a Fiesta medal.
Possibly.
Dude, it's a great country, is it not?
I know Rob Thompson on another radio station years ago used to do a bit, What's in Rob's Pocket? and I know, which was as random as you can imagine. And because I see Nick over there, he doesn't want to take these home. He's got them in his pocket. He likes the attention from the ladies when they were like, oh, you have Fiesta medals.
Yes.
Yes. So we need to balance it out. I just want to see if he'll actually give one to a dude.
We gave one to you.
Oh, I mean, you realize we're working. He understands.
I'm just saying.
He understands the assignment.
Just saying.
He needs me to play wingman.
Those are really nice Fiesta medals, by the way.
They really are.
That used to be the most asked thing that I would get at the at Spurs games by the ushers. Joe, can you get us a Ken's 5 Fiesta medal? Joe, can we get? And I would try to come through.
Yeah, no, they're already pledged. Do you have a Fiesta medal yet?
I didn't get a Fiesta medal yet. Those things are under lock and key.
Mm-hmm. Greg Shelton, you got a Fiesta medal?
Shelton got one.
Yeah.
I've got one.
What's that? Again, you're on the radio without a microphone. All right, well, stop talking. Nobody, no. I don't know. I know we've got a 4-pack of tickets to give away right now to tomorrow night's San Antonio Missions game out at Wolf Stadium. A $2 Tuesday brought to you by San Antonio Sports Star. If you want them, be caller number 7 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 7, you're going out to the Wolf tomorrow night with a great family 4-pack of tickets. So Micah Parsons showed up today for voluntary team activities. That is a great sign considering his leverage is to hold out, and he typically doesn't go to the voluntary activities.
He typically does not, but this has got to be a plan on his part, right? Show Jerry, he took the first step. I'm here. I want to be the leader that you want me to be, and then we'll see where that goes. Now, if Jerry doesn't respond or this doesn't get done before the next one, will he show up for that one? You got to wonder what the plan is, and there's got to be a plan from Micah and his agent.
Well, I think when you look at the comments that Jerry made about leadership, I think this is a big part of it.
Sure.
I don't mind giving you $40 million, but you got to show up and you've got to be a leader. And this is step one of, is he ready to take that torch and lead by example? I think we all know he is going to get paid. It's a matter of when does the deal get done. But when you talk about the good faith aspect of stuff, this is a big step for Micah Parsons.
I agree. I totally agree. And I think that it was necessary. Again, this only helps his case. It does. It helps his case. And he wants to get this done. But I don't think it's just for Jerry's purposes. I think Micah wants to show the other guys, too, look, I am the guy. I'm the guy. I'm the leader of this defense now. And I'm here. Everybody needs to be here. Let's get to work. And let's make sure we are completely prepared for the beginning of the season. So I think there's a number of things here.
In the last 2 years, Mike has basically done everything on his own. He showed up for all the mandatory, but not the voluntary. So I think this is a big step and a good sign for Micah Parsons. You also look at Dak Prescott, who talked over the weekend at a charity event. And I think one of the things that big for him to say, if the Cowboys had a game today, he could play.
Yeah, I'm getting close to where I want to be.
He did say
I don't want
that.
to put a percentage on it. I know we've got team activities coming up. Imagine myself being involved in some sort of, not all. But then again, understanding my age, what I had, what I went through, it's about getting to the fall and being my best in the fall. So not rushing anything, but I'm where I want to be.
Well, and again, I mean, obviously they don't have a game, so it's easy for him to say that. But if he is already that far along, and all indications are he will do some things during the organized team activities, but that's a good sign as you think about, will he be ready to go for training camp in the regular season?
I don't know. And they're going to be cautious with him. But there's a story on Pro Football Talk today that says the severity of Dak's hamstring injury raises concerns. And obviously it's Florio and Chris Sims talking about the Cowboys offense, and they need Dak Prescott to be fully healed. But they're saying that maybe this hamstring injury might have been caused by mechanical issues of throwing the football. Now, I don't know how they know that. I've got to listen to them. It's not a news story. It's them talking, and I want to listen to what they're saying. But I find that interesting. Dak kind of plays it off where, hey, if there's a game today I could play. This story kind of raises speculation the other way.
Well, you almost wonder with the different quarterback coaches and torque on the body and different things like that, could it be there? I'm more concerned about, is it going to be more than just a statue back there? Even Dak says he's at his best when he is mobile.
Me playing my best, I'm mobile, whether it's actually running past the line of scrimmage or it's just scrambling, making plays happen with my arm. So that's vital for me. That's a big part of this. And yeah, I've been running more. Obviously, you've got to when you're rehabbing a hamstring. So it's about just staying on that trend of just getting better, staying mobile, but doing it while feeling healthy.
Yeah, well, he was already not as mobile as he had been.
Well, hearing that, though, and I will say, to your point, he didn't have a lot of designed runs.
Right.
But he's always had the ability to scramble and keep plays alive. And that mobility is what I'm more worried about than him being a running quarterback in certain ways. Can he keep plays alive?
Well, and that's it. And move around the pocket. Yes, exactly. That is more important. If Schottenheimer calls one play that's a designed run for Dak Prescott, he should be fired right on the spot. Honestly, you do not want to take that chance. I'm telling you, if he does, and something
here we
happens,
go.
the man should be fired on the. He should be fired on the spot.
I don't know, a little bootleg there. If he's healthy enough to incorporate that into his offense, I think that's a good sign for the Dallas Cowboys.
I think it'd be a huge mistake.
Well, again, last year you were calling for him to run more, and then he got hurt.
He can't run. He can't run. You got a $60 million a year quarterback. I think Jerry might be the end of Jerry. The big one's coming. If he sees Dak on a designed run play, that might be the end of it.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting, especially when you had all those media reports that he had lost about 30 pounds. Now he looks leaner, but he said that, I don't know, he hadn't lost any weight.
Slimity, Slim Reaper, whatever you want to call me. But, yeah, real slim. No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually haven't really lost any weight. I'm about the same. Weights just move, building my legs back up, obviously, from the hamstring. Might be leaner up top, but weight's the same. So appreciate the interest.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all over social media. We're seeing you throwing, and your body looks different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the work that I put into it. Unfortunately, I've been through this process of recovering from injuries before that. I embrace it. And I know that a better version of me is on the other side. And so that's just the way that I've approached this whole offseason, this whole rehab process. And in the sense of that, as I said, I've moved weight around more than I've lost weight. But I feel great. Getting very, very close to where I want to be.
Very, very close to where he wants to be. He's got to get stronger in those. I mean, we saw his.
Yeah.
It was amazing when he sat down with us at training camp, and his legs are enormous.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like tree trunks. So that's going to be something that he's going to have to work and build up and get back to where they were. But he's a big man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. TV doesn't do Dak Prescott justice. He's a big man when you see him in person. He's huge. Physically.
You're impressed, are you?
Well, I mean, he's a big man. Yeah, I mean, they're all big men. But I don't see Dak Prescott. I don't see looking at him thinking that this guy is as big as he is when you see him in person.
It is deceptive because when you see, like, in person, you realize, I mean, but he looks so big on television.
Yeah.
And in person, he looks bigger. A lot of those guys, Kaepernick is that way. He's a thicker guy than you would think. But
Jalen Hurts,
they're pro. Jalen Hurts is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the guy squats 600 pounds. It's pretty obvious. So and you think about the Cowboys not in the market for a quarterback, and with the draft coming up, you wonder if this Derek Carr injury news changes things in the draft. Let's get into that. Coming up here on the Blitz, live out at the Hangar Bar on Potranco here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Windy day today. Did get up to the 90s a little bit. Hope your AC's working fine. If you're having issues with your AC, if you're having issues with your plumbing, go to Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Call them 210-651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. And still time for you to call Quartermoon and take advantage of their pre-summer AC inspection, where they'll come out for $58.99 and inspect your capacitor, indoor coil, outdoor coil, filter, and check all your proper temperature levels. So call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's play-in day. We'll get you ready. And we'll recap how the golf went out of the Golf Club of Texas. All that, plenty more. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Whether your Easter plans have you stepping out on Sunday or hosting a group at home, Macy's Easter sale has great deals on everything you'll need to celebrate, like 50% off dressy brunch looks to level up your whole family style, and 50 to 60% off hosting must-haves, like the classic Butterfly Meadow collection from Lenox. But don't miss out, because just like an Easter egg hunt, there's so much to discover, but you gotta move quick. At Macy's Easter sale, Wednesday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen. And this is Sarah Beth. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese. I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLbrahmas.com. That's UFLbrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay is my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen 1 too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. It is our golf tournament after party. And the winners of our golf tournament, a couple of dudes wearing Texas Tech gear. They want us to sign their championship Yetis.
Red Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, hook them.
Some dude named Patrick Mahomes went there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I remember that. I know of that guy. Heard of him. Oh, look at this horns down stuff going on here.
Yeah, that's all right. I just signed it. Hook 'em.
Very nice. Very nice.
Absolutely. It's now a collector's item. That could have got you like $3 on eBay. Now it's $1.50.
Exactly.
Maybe. Great time today at our golf tournament. For those that were out there, you certainly know. If you missed it, we will have the fall golf tournament coming up in, October. Probably we do 2 a year. It's always a lot of fun. And we're going to be out here for a while after we get off the air at 6 o'clock. So
it's time to party already.
Is it time to party already?
I think it is.
Exactly. You gotta have your hook 'em in there.
Look out.
And do that. Because we got to finish the show. The hook 'em. There you go. That's right. You look at this Derek Carr injury news.
Yeah.
And I heard about it over the weekend, and I wasn't sure how serious this shoulder injury was because apparently he played through it all of last year, is dealing with it since 2023. It's an AC joint. Why now would he need surgery or go in for surgery? And they're saying it could keep him out of the entire 2025 season. You know, new coach at Kellen Moore, he's got to be beside himself. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely he does. Yeah, I mean, look, it makes it, we just saw a mock draft pop up there on ESPN. Mel Kiper, his 10th, I think, since we started mock draft.
Only
season.
10?
And he's got Shedeur Sanders going number 9 to the New Orleans Saints. And now it makes more sense than ever. My problem with that is, if Derek Carr can't go, I don't think Shedeur Sanders is game ready, NFL game ready, day one. So then what do? Does the bum Aaron Rodgers enter the picture?
Oh, yes.
I mean, does that happen? How about Kirk Cousins? Is that a possibility? So, wow, this is a big blow for young little Kellen Moore and his first head coaching gig, certainly. So, I don't know, man. I think they'll draft Sanders, but I just don't think he's the guy. They've got to have a plan B.
Well, you look at the fact that Aaron Rodgers has not said yes to Pittsburgh. And was he waiting for a better option? And I do think an NFC option for Aaron Rodgers is what he is looking for. You know, all that talk about Minnesota, you look at Pittsburgh and just look at that division. Then you look at, you know, the AFC with you're going to have to contend with C.J. Stroud. You're going to have to contend with Patrick Mahomes. You're going to have to contend with Josh Allen, let alone Joe Burrow and Lamar. And so if Aaron is trying to get to the postseason and get to the Super Bowl, is the path not a little clearer out of the NFC? You look at New Orleans. Are they a team ready? No. But you look at the NFC South. You're going to have Michael Penix starting in Atlanta. You've got Tampa Bay and Baker. You could still end up in the postseason. And then who knows? He'd be playing in a climate-controlled environment for all his home games, playing in the Superdome. A lot of other dome stadiums that he would be playing road games in. And the path to the Super Bowl through the NFC is a smoother road than it would be in the AFC. I think Aaron Rodgers, the fact that he has waited and not told Pittsburgh yes, is maybe he knew this was a possibility with Derek Carr. Is he waiting to see if there's a different NFC option? And then you mentioned Kirk Cousins. Tradable.
Yeah. Well, and I think after the draft is what I hear he's waiting for to see who drafted what and where'd they go, and because he's got a no trade clause, so he'd have to waive that no trade clause for the Atlanta Falcons to trade him. But if you're Kirk Cousins, I mean, the end is near as far as his career goes, and he'd probably like to get somewhere. New Orleans is, and the only thing good about that situation is you're right, that division is weak.
Yep.
And you have an opportunity, but is there any thought, even if Cousins or Rodgers goes there, that the Saints are going to make any kind of playoff run at all? I mean, I just can't see it, but who knows? That team is hamstrung, honestly.
It really is. And you mentioned Kirk Cousins and his no-trade clause. One of the reasons he liked Atlanta is his wife is from the area and they bought a big old house. That house is still going to be there when he is done playing. But Kirk Cousins is a competitor. I think if he had a chance to go somewhere and start, he would, as opposed to being a backup. I think we all saw last year Spencer Rattler is not the answer.
No.
I mean, what was he, 0-6 last year? And with the new coaching staff coming in, I don't know, is it a mulligan year for Kellen Moore because they don't have a quarterback? Carson Wentz, he worked with them in Philadelphia a little bit, I suppose. Maybe he could be an option. Ryan Tannehill could be an option. You start looking at those guys, and Aaron Rodgers becomes attractive.
Well, sure, or somebody, a veteran, any of the veterans you just mentioned. Because, look, if they draft Shedeur Sanders, I think that's wise. But I just would like to see him at least a year under a veteran NFL quarterback because I think he needs that. Now, I could be wrong about him, but I just don't think he's ready day one to be a starting quarterback for anybody, much less the New Orleans Saints. And you talk about a team that if what we're seeing and reading is true about the Saints, it's going to be a difficult road. So you draft Shedeur. I think that's a good thing. Get a vet quarterback that he can learn under for at least a year, and then you roll with him.
But you also, while mock drafts have Shedeur sliding to 9.
Yep.
Somebody's going to get desperate for a quarterback and move up. Is it the Saints? Do they move up? It is weird that we're, a little more than a week and a half away from the draft. It's next Thursday night.
Yeah.
Right? So 10 days from now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody still has their first-round pick. Nobody's made a trade yet involving a first-round pick. I'm not missing any because, the highest pick given up, and Pledge helped me out here, was DK Metcalf in a second-rounder. So there's been no first-round movement at this point, and we're 10 days out. That's a little surprising, and we see it every year. Quarterbacks, they don't slide. People move up and get them. We saw that. I mean, granted, you look at last year's quarterback draft, which this year's quarterback class is nothing like last year's, but Bo Nix and Michael Penix were big surprises in the first round where they went. And all of them, all the quarterbacks from last year are playing better than the guy that went number 1 overall, Caleb Williams, right? So when you look at it and you think about Michael Penix might be the one first rounder that we just don't have enough on. But all the other guys that win the first round, you would take ahead of Caleb Williams after 1 year.
Yeah, well, I would think so. Penix's situation, though, is he's older.
Yeah.
Right? So I think, and the Falcons must like what they see, obviously, to make the move against a veteran guy like Kirk Cousins. So I think big things are coming for Michael Penix. I really do. I think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Bo Nix, perfect situation for him, I think. And as much poop as I give Sean Payton, I think that was a perfect situation. But look, Bo Nix played a lot of college football too. So that makes a difference. A guy like Shedeur Sanders, who did some amazing things, didn't have a very good offensive line. I just think needs a little more seasoning. He's not quite ready to take out of the oven yet. And I think a year behind a veteran guy would be perfect for him. I like New Orleans taking him, but I think he needs to be an understudy for at least a year.
And you wonder if the Giants would be able to say no. You wonder if Cleveland, who's been always in the hunt for chasing a quarterback, will they pass him by? So you wonder if New Orleans, if that's going to be their guy, if that's the position they're going to find themselves in, and Lil Kellen Moore thinks he could work with Shedeur, do they make a move? It's going to be interesting. I was talking to a guy, just kind of the random stuff at an airport bar yesterday. He thinks the Cowboys are going to surprise everybody, trade up and go get Travis Hunter. And I mean, and honestly, it would be bold. It wouldn't surprise me because Jerry, it would be known to make a move like that. But if not the Cowboys, is somebody else willing to sacrifice some draft capital to go up and get a guy like Travis Hunter? And then where does that – I mean, the fact that we've had no movement at all in the first round, chaos is coming. It happens every year.
It happens every year. We'll see. We'll see. That would be an amazing thing for them to do, right? I mean, if you could do that, and the Cowboys, and I think every Cowboy fan would applaud Jerry to the moon and back. I mean, honestly, I really do. The Cowboys need to do something like that to shake things up a little bit. I would love to see that happen. It's just so un-Cowboy-like for them to do that. But, man, that would be a fantastic move. Don't know what you'd have to give up to do that because it looks like Cleveland is all in on Travis Hunter. So, I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be interesting. Now, you're talking about all the different player movement. Big movement today for the Texas Longhorns. Wide receiver Emmett Mosley was at Stanford. He signed today with the Texas Longhorns. He was second on Stanford with 48 catches as a true freshman last season. Stanford's a bit of a disaster right now. No surprise guys are leaving. but that is a big, big get for Steve Sarkisian.
Got to help Arch Manning, getting some talent around him, right? So he signed. I love that. We're in college football. He's signed. Wonder how much money he's making.
Probably pretty good. And look, like, they fired their coach. I have no problem with this kid at this point in the year saying, all right, I'm out. Let me go find the best opportunity for me. I don't like what we're seeing at the University of Tennessee and their quarterback, but that kid is playing by the rules the way they're set. First big-time player to do it this late, but I wonder if a move like with what we're seeing at Tennessee, and when somebody does sign him and pay him the money he wants, where Tennessee said, no, we're not going to renegotiate your NIL deal, whether it's UCLA, USC, Colorado seem to be the top 3 likely spots to land him, although there's other places that need a quarterback still at this point. Somebody will pay that kid the $4 or $5 million that he wants. You wonder if this is the move that will finally get the suits to figure out some real rules that everybody has to play by.
Well, I really hope that if somebody gives him that money, I really hope that he lives up to it. Because at this point in time, he's an unknown. He's a complete unknown. So I just, if somebody pays him the $4 million he wants, I hope it pays off for them. But I applaud Tennessee for sticking by their guns and saying, no, we negotiated this, so you can leave. Don't let the door hit you in the butt. Go on. I applaud them for doing that. If he gets it somewhere else, so be it. But I applaud Tennessee for not backing down and sticking to their guns.
You wonder if they even had the money to come up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the hard part, right? Even a place like Tennessee, to go to a booster and say, can we get $2 million more to keep our quarterback? You wonder at what point will the rich dude say no? And I wonder if that was part of the reason why Tennessee said, no, we can't renegotiate their deal, because they couldn't find somebody to write that check, because that money's been accounted for. And for him at this point, and it sounds like he got bad advice from his dad and some other people to demand more or hit the portal, but somebody's going to pay him, and that's what sucks about this.
Well, it does suck about that. And look, I hope Dion doesn't do it. I really do. I know he needs a quarterback, but I hope he doesn't do it, because I think it's going to start a trend. If somebody does this, what's to keep anybody else from doing the exact same thing? Well, I negotiated this, but, I really want that. And, I mean, school's going to cave and do that. It just, to me, is completely out of control. And you're right. I think this is a landmark example of somebody saying, look, this nonsense has to stop. I don't mind a kid. If the kid wants to make $4 million and that's negotiated at the up front, fine, do it. But the problem is you don't have contracts. You can enter the transfer portal anytime you feel like it.
Well, there's a window.
Well,
there's two
sure.
of them, but
okay.
yeah.
But it just doesn't make any sense to me that he would do this after negotiating a deal. It makes no sense.
The nasty side of today's world of college athletics.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hey, we've got a 4-pack of tickets to give away to go see the San Antonio Missions tomorrow night. $2 Tuesday, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. We're at the end of the show. If you want them, call or 4. Those tickets are yours. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. And quite frankly, it's time to go, because Beer Santa has just dropped a bucket of beer right in front of us.
Wow.
We've been waiting all day for this.
We must have been good boys.
That was creepy. You were getting beer either way, and
well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. The morning huddle tomorrow morning, 6 to 10. The Blitz back tomorrow at 2. Extra innings with Pledge coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, right after Joe tells you about Connecticut. I'm drinking.
I have to do that, right?
Yeah,
Man, this is it's okay. I love Connecticut quality water softeners. I have one in my house, and it's fantastic. I love it. And I never thought it would be as good as they say it is. But let me tell you something. It didn't take long for me to know it is as good as advertised. Most popular water softener on the market. They've been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. And boy, you know what I love about it? You don't plug it in. It doesn't run on electricity and all the other problems that can cause. It runs on kinetic energy. That is the beauty of it. And it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now, for a limited time, you can receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they will install right there at your kitchen sink. They're also going to give you $400 for your old water softener. And how about some free money? 0% interest for 12 months. That is an incredible deal. You know, an offer like that's not going to last long. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. The number to call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line.